So I sent Neo to do me a favor.
What do you need him to do this time? You've sent me a lot of jobs as the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. I asked him to really nail in that plank of woods to really pick it up and move it, get it out of the way.
Are you talking about for the store? What are you referring? What?
Well,
What?
yeah, the plank of wood. Remember from that whole thing we did? Anyways, I better go find out where it's going with Neo. Neo, were you able to get rid of
I'm
that plank
here.
of wood?
Oh, Neil!
Yeah,
Neil!
I think I got rid of it. I'm
Neil!
not
What
sure if I
happened?
did.
What
Well,
happened,
I
Neil?
don't know. I'm not sure. I think I got rid of it.
all right.
Are
Well,
you
What?
okay?
in that case, my name is
What is there
Pleeps.
something? Is there
My
something
name is
wrong?
Ross.
I mean,
That took you a
I'm not
second.
sure who I am anymore. I guess it's Neil.
All right, and this is the Wednesday Crew podcast where we do some random segments and random junk of junk and see what happens.
Hold
Really,
on. Give me a moment. I'm gonna try to take this off real quick.
careful. If you pull the nail too hard, it might cause issues.
You might rip out your
Yeah, that's
brain.
true. That's true. All right, hold on. Give me a
But
moment.
there is a hammer in the basement that you should be able to use.
There is.
Yes.
yes.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back. All right.
So why?
I think I got it.
Anyways,
Okay. Okay. Welcome back.
now that we got that taken care of, we roll a d4 to see who goes first. I am number 1.
I'm number 2.
I'm number 3.
Now I'm number 4.
Now number 5.
So, Eve, what do you got for us?
I've
Oh,
got
dear
some little elaborations for us tonight, so get them dang numbers up on there, please.
Right.
We do a
Understood.
lot of elaborations.
I mean, it's a good segment.
It is.
It is a very
Which,
good
by
segment.
for the record, because last time we did this with Eve has not told me anything about this. So I am
Okay.
fully,
That's
I'm
good.
fully
I'm gonna
into
grab
the
my
drama.
water that's over here just to explain the game. I already know what it is.
All right,
I hope
yes.
you know
So elaborations. The way it works is that we get 20 questions and 5 opportunities to elaborate on those questions. Eve has to do her best to answer that and explain whatever she just consumed. Media-wise, of course.
not talking about food today. No.
I mean, you could be, I guess.
I mean, the book could be all about food.
Well,
I
first
think
of all,
I think, oh my god, that'd be such a funny elaboration.
So,
At the very end, we find out that Eve just read a cookbook.
what do you got for us, Eve?
today's elaborations game is on the musical turned movie Dear Evan Hansen.
Ooh,
Dear Evan Dear?
I
Yeah.
can't participate.
Yeah, here's the issue with that. That one is fairly mainstream.
That's the only one I've got for today, and that's the only thing I've thought of.
But
I can't. This is the
generally
one I can't
speaking, I've never
participate in.
seen it, but I know what it's about.
Oh no! Don't tell me this is solo elaborations of me.
Well,
You
Ross,
just-
No!
good luck, Ross, I guess.
Oh no! Okay, for context, last time that I did a solo elaboration game, please tell them how bad it was.
It was hilarious. But yeah, Ross, I mean, you just said it, right? Last time Eve had an elaboration game, you knew what it was in advance, so you had to set out.
Not at all.
Well, it's time for me to catch up.
It
Now here's the
is.
thing.
Damn it.
Here's the thing. Actually, last time you did this alone, Ross, you weren't technically alone, but I was basically tired as fuck.
No,
That was
no,
me.
no,
That
no,
was when
no.
I had to do it alone.
No, yeah, no. What I'm referring to, this was back when we first did our campaign, Crush the Straw campaign.
That was like the, well,
That
not
was
the
like
OG
what?
elaboration, but it was the first time I played
Yeah,
it with
that-
Ross.
That was like what, 3 years ago?
Yeah. No, it would have to be about 2. That was,
2,
It would be like
2.5?
2, yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Huh.
crazy
So
to think
without,
about it. It's been
so
that long.
I wasn't here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, this was before you came in.
I was not a thing.
Correct.
Okay, so what was the title again, please?
Dear Evan Hansen.
I couldn't quite hear that. Bleeps? No.
No,
Dear-
no.
Dear Evan
I
Hansen.
was getting ready, Ross. I
Dear
wasn't
Evan
actually, but it was Dear
Okay,
Evan
okay.
Hansen.
I saw you
Dear
moving,
Evan
moving it
Hansen.
up
Yeah,
there. That's
yeah. I'm moving it because I'm gonna need it to be there, not because I was like trying to be cheap, Ross.
Okay, so I think, of course, the first question is, who's our protagonist or protagoni? Protagonist.
The main protagonist is the title name, Dear Evan Hansen. His name is Evan Hansen.
Evan Hansen. Okay. I mean, what is our protagonist's goal?
To keep his classmates' memory alive?
Okay, so the way that sounds, it sounds like the classmate had passed away, like keeping their memory alive. Unless they actually literally mean keep the memory alive because the person has Alzheimer's. I think. I think it's the right one. Is that the right one, guys?
Or dementia,
I mean,
yeah.
either
Dementia.
or could be used to mean not the same thing.
Right.
They're very different things, but
Uh,
the same problem.
right, yeah, same problem, two different aspects of it. Both of them pretty sad.
Very so.
I guess how did the classmate die? If it's revealed.
It is revealed suicide.
Ooh. Also, I need to adjust this. I'm noticing there's a lot of glare from my light. Oh, that works. Right now there's just this light streak in front of my eye. You wanna know how I got this scar?
From
Anyway.
It's
from
a-
me, from what's behind me.
Anyway,
I mean, I'm
Okay.
trying to cover it. To be honest, and I'm not doing a good job. There we go.
would it be okay, Plips and Neo? Do you guys think that me asking how did the person commit suicide, or like why? Correction, not how. Why did they commit suicide?
No,
Would you consider that
I
as an
don't-
elaboration or just a new question?
I mean, here's the way it works, Ross, is generally speaking, a question is a question. An elaboration
Okay.
is more specific on the questions you've already asked. And when it comes to that, just keep in mind that it is each job to answer as vaguely as possible.
Right. Well, okay, real quick. I'm gonna jump away from that. Let's look at something else. Who's our antagonist?
There really isn't much of an antagonist, I would say. At the start, it's the classmate, but after he commits suicide, there really isn't one.
Interesting. Okay. So that throws in a couple questions, or my thoughts like, why is our protagonist trying to keep the memory of presumably a bitter rival or something like that alive? Like that. I'm trying to go through like the process of what my mind is brainstorming. Um. Also, you mentioned classmate. I'm assuming this is like some form of like this takes place in like a school-esque area.
I'll just give it to you. They're in high school.
Okay.
Just give it so
That's-
you're not
Yeah, I'm not taking a question for that.
okay.
Right. I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's jump back from the thing I jumped away from. Why did the person end up committing suicide?
It is assumed due to their loneliness and their life habit.
Okay. Which, by the way, real quick, I'm gonna stop right here and say, if you have mental health problems,
Reach out to
seek help.
someone,
Yeah,
please.
seek help.
And that's a
Absolutely.
genuine seek help, not a asshole seek help.
Right? Yeah. No.
Mental health is no joke. It
I
never
know.
has.
I know
never
we don't have
will be.
any sponsors, but I've always heard that BetterHelp is
Yes,
a great
BetterHelp
resource.
is great. I have used it
We
before.
we
It's
are
a great.
we are we are not sponsored by them. I want to make that very clear. but I've heard nothing but good things from them. Yeah, there are people you can talk to. Anyway, let's continue.
Yes.
So due to their lifestyle, why were our protagonist and antagonist sort of rivals in the beginning? Like, or I don't want to say rivals. Basically, why are they protagonist and antagonist? Like, what made them? You know what I'm saying? Like, not like fighting each other, but it's like I'm assuming there's like some form of dislike to a certain degree. You know what I mean?
Right. It isn't fully explained, but for the most part, it seems like the antagonist is the protagonist's bully.
Okay. Okay. Uh, you know what? What are we looking like time-wise in this? I mean, so we're in high school. Are we talking all of this is happening during freshman year? Is this a, during sophomore and junior? Like, or is this not information that we are told?
Okay, so most of it happens about half of it happens right at the beginning of their senior year.
Of their
Well,
senior.
no,
Okay.
closer to 3/4 of it is during their senior year. And then after that, it is all after their senior year of high school.
Okay, so yeah, but basically near the end of senior year, we got the
It
last
starts like
little
towards the beginning.
corner.
It was like around homecoming time when it started.
So after that, the rest of it takes place during basically when they're out of high school, have graduated.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so to their lifestyle. Was there anything specifically in the antagonist's memory that they wanted to keep alive? Like, for example, maybe it was their passion for the art or something like that. I don't know.
It's hard to go into that without going into too much detail. But basically, the protagonist got caught up in a bunch of lies.
You know what? I'm gonna elaborate.
I don't blame you. So, Connor Murphy, that's the antagonist's name.
What was it?
He had Connor Murphy.
Howard Murphy. Okay.
Connor Murphy.
Connor. My bad.
He has a little sister, and the protagonist, Evan Hansen, had a huge crush on her. And basically, so Evan's mental health isn't great either. And he was assigned to write letters to himself by his therapist. And Connor found the letter he had just printed out. And Connor's parents assumed it was his death note, like his suicide note, because it was in his pocket. And they thought that he wrote the suicide note to Evan. And then Evan got caught up in a bunch of lies, where he was basically trying to make it so that they believed that he was friends with Connor when he really wasn't. And
Oh, okay.
basically, he was stuck trying to keep the memory alive of his bully and also get his sister to be his girlfriend. And
As well as
then
I'm assuming hiding the fact that he
hiding the fact,
wrote this
hide-
letter to
hide-
himself.
hiding the fact he wrote the letter to himself, and also trying to hide from his classmates that he was lying about everything and that he was not really as close with Connor as he seemed to be.
Okay. wow. Also, you said this is a musical?
Yes, this is originally a musical by Ben Platt.
Oh, wow.
I'll
All
give
right.
that to him. That's not an actual question. I'll
Right,
give
yeah,
that.
yeah, no, that's not an
Yeah,
actual
yeah, yeah.
question. No,
I figured.
Yeah.
figured.
Okay, so
You got 12 questions, 4
yeah,
elaborations, Ross.
I have 12 questions. You know what? How or does the protagonist ever get caught in his
Yes,
life?
he does. About
Okay.
3/4 of the way through, he does.
Okay. How does he get caught?
He spilled his guts to Connor's family.
Ah. Is there a particular reason why he spilled his guts to the family? Like, was it like all this was just building up inside of him, like he just couldn't hold it in anymore, or was it like okay, he was caught in a lie, he might as well just spill the beans, or is it something out of those two? You know what I mean?
Yes, there were multiple reasons.
Elaborate.
Mostly because his classmates caught him in the lie,
Okay.
and then it was all building up to the point where he felt he had to tell them also on top of that.
What was the reaction
They were
to
go ahead.
like what was the reaction to the this revelation, like him telling them what telling them the truth?
Well, at the time he was dating Connor's sister, first of all. And then they were not happy at all.
I don't blame him. And I'm also assuming that they broke up after this, because that would be a pretty big lie to hide from. To
This one I'm
like,
giving to him. This one I'm giving to him. Yes, they did break up.
yeah, I mean,
You guys are way too generous with this.
I mean,
I haven't done an elaboration game yet.
I've been
I just
doing
haven't
it.
thought about what I want to do.
I'm doing it in a way where, like, if he is more like stating an assumption, then I'll give it to him.
So okay, so so after all this, like I'm getting a little bit of like a timeline of what we got here. So you had mentioned that this happened in about 3/4 of the movie. So first off, we started the story at nearest to the end of high school. Let's say technically in that universe, it would have been about a month, 1 or 2 months, maybe 3. Then we're out of high school, living life. He's dating the sister of the bully that he's trying to keep alive, or memory alive. Then we get to the third act, the third or fourth act. I don't know what musical terms are. For context, I don't
You're
normally
right on
watch
act
musicals.
part. You're right on act part.
Act part, okay. Where the truth is finally out. The family's pissed, which again, I don't blame them. So
Really?
more development's got to come up in this fourth act, and knowing a good bit of movie tropes that had because this is what this reminds me of. This reminds me of the classic movie characters getting caught in a lie. I think one example that fits this from my childhood is Rango. If you guys have seen that.
I have not. Actually, that's not a lie.
I have seen Rango.
Is that the one with the gecko?
I
Yes.
have seen that, but so long ago that I do not remember it.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Basically,
Not mine. I remember it.
Yeah, Neo, wouldn't you say that this sort of like it sounds similar to this, like sort of like the liars caught in a lie movie trope?
Yeah, like liar revealed trope.
Yeah, liar reveal trope. That's what it's called. I know there are other examples. That's the only first one that came up in my head. So,
I
but
do want to go back to an elaboration that I forgot about. So, when you asked why Evan wanted to keep Connor's memory alive,
okay, we're going back to that.
yep.
Okay.
Before the movie / musical had started, Evan had attempted to commit suicide himself, so he wanted to keep the memory alive because he knew the struggle. Also,
Okay. I'm trying to going based on the story, I'm trying to envision in my head, like guessing what this final bit could be. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's a good question. I'll actually determine this. What kind of musical are we looking at? Are we looking at a tragedy? Are we looking at well, I don't want to say a comedy with
First off,
suicide
Ross, those
involved.
are the Shakespearean play types, not modern genres of storytelling.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you're asking the
It's-
genre.
Yeah,
It's-
genre.
it's considered a drama, comedy, teen, and of age story.
Okay. That gives me a lot more fuel. So okay. So I guess a good first off is after he tells the truth, the family got mad.
Mm-hmm.
The girlfriend breaks up, whether that be in that same scene or a different scene. Where do they end up going next from there? Like, do they go on like what happens next?
I am gonna have to step in as the creator of the elaboration game, Ross. What
That's a
happens
little question.
next is one of the questions you cannot ask.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I'll be honest, if you could just
Right,
keep asking, what happens next? What happens next 20
Right,
times?
yeah, no. Well, I was trying to figure out like, okay, how do we get to this next part? Like, how do I
You're gonna have to
figure
find a
out?
better question to ask. Sorry.
Right. Okay, here's a question. Family's mad at this point. Do they end up forgiving him at some point?
For the most part, yeah.
Why do they forgive him?
Because they learned about him having attempted suicide previously, and they knew. I can't continue actually now. Yeah, they learned.
Well, I'm going to elaborate on that.
I started to say something I realized I couldn't say unless you elaborated.
Well, don't
They
worry, I got 3 elaborations. I'm ready to shoot them. Bang.
they knew that they had what they called the Connor Project at his school that was
Okay.
basically made to keep Connor's memory alive
Right,
and
it's the
to fund different projects to keep his memory alive. For example, his family had this apple orchard that they loved in their town. And they decided to, because it was completely abandoned and stuff, the Connor Project decided to build the funds to rebuild it and rename it in honor of Connor.
Okay.
And Evan was the main person running the Connor Project.
Okay. Got 5 questions, 2
Like his
elaborations.
issues.
Here's a question I'm curious about. During this entire story,
If I had to say, it's probably about 6 months time total
okay,
from beginning to end.
from from the very first note that we hear about, the one that was in the bully's pocket when they committed suicide, does our protagonist write any other notes to himself?
Not until the very end, as far as we know.
Okay. you know what got our protagonist to like think of the idea of basically creating this program for the bully in the end.
It was pretty much started in the midst of all the lies.
Elaborate.
They started it not long after Connor died, and that was like at the peak of all his lies about
So
being and stuff.
okay, okay. So this program started, let's say, in the midpoint. Like it happened in the midpoint, and then after the family, you know, finally learned the truth, they got mad. He goes in and basically starts heading the program and like pushing it forward to what I hope is a success. And you know, this was like the family thought, you know, they would forgive them for the most part because of that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Where did the balloons come from?
Oh, hey,
Wonderful timing for balloons to
Neo,
pop
you
up.
didn't for that surprise party we were planning for Ross. You didn't fill the balloons with helium early, did you?
No.
Fuck.
No.
I would do that funny. Oh, my voice became squeaky bit, but I don't know how to do that.
Carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on.
Okay, so actually, you know what? I did bring up something that I hope is true. Was the basically the fundraiser? I'm just gonna call it a fundraiser. Was the fundraiser successful? Were they able to get the apple orchard?
It was extremely successful, yes.
Okay. Okay. Another question that I've not touched on at all. So we've talked about the bully's family. We talked about the
Mhm.
protagonist. We talked about the girlfriend. What is our protagonist's family doing during? Like, are they talked about realistically at all? Are they there? Are they not? Like,
His mom is there when she can be. She works a lot to try to fund his college fund.
okay.
But
I mean, that makes sense.
basically,
College is expensive.
she's mostly working, but when she's not there, she's the most supportive mom she can be.
Okay. So it's just the mom and the son.
The dad,
staying.
the dad split when he was really young.
I see. Okay. Sleeps, what are you doing?
Pointing
It's
to
not
say that you.
time.
Oh. I'm trying to think of what would be a good, because I feel like I have a pretty decent grasp on like the basic idea overall of the story. Wait, sit.
Thank you. Anyways, what do you got one? You got one, Ross.
Yeah, 1-1.
Stop falling over, you stupid webcam.
Have I been pointing that way? No, I'm not.
Okay. Does our character ever have any more conversations with his therapist during this like liar arc?
Not that we see.
Okay. Now I got an elaboration. I can't. I'm trying to figure out what I should do with.
Just throw something out there, Ross.
Uh,
You can just say elaborate and see what it gets you.
you know what? Okay, I asked. No, that'd be a different question. I was thinking, you know, I asked earlier about like if he wrote any other letters. I don't think elaborate. Well, you know, fuck it. I would like to elaborate on the. Are there any other letters that he wrote? Question. You mentioned that there was one more.
Yes, at the very end, after the Connor Project that they got like 12,000 plus followers just on their Facebook page, for the record, from all over the world. He was sitting at the park that was near the apple orchard with his laptop. He was typing up a Dear Evan Hansen letter. And
If your audio is going a little off,
It's
He
because
was
she leans
sitting-
back.
yeah.
He was sitting at a park near the apple orchard that they had made in honor of him, of Connor.
Okay.
And he basically was sitting there with his laptop typing up a Dear Evan Hansen letter, and it was an actually positive one because his mental health had been getting better.
Okay. So
What did Eve just watch?
So to sum it up in a little bit, like I said earlier, it sounds like the fuck. Neil, what was the exact wording of it again? The liar kind of lie,
Liar revealed trope.
liar reveal trope. Which there's probably more to the story, but I mean it's a classic trope. So we're starting off in high school. I forget the name, so I'm just gonna go by antagonist and protagonist for this.
Connor and Evan.
Connor Evan. So wait, was Connor the antagonist or the protagonist?
Okay, Ross.
That's-
I want to keep in mind, Ross.
I'll make
It's
it really
called
easy.
Dear
Protagonist is the title
Yeah,
character.
Dear Evan Hansen is the name of the play.
That's what makes it easy. Evan
Okay,
is the
okay.
character.
Thank you. So Kevin
Evan.
or
Evan.
Evan. EVAN. Evan.
what's the other guy's name? That is name.
Connor.
Okay, just
Connor. Okay. So, my bad.
it's fine.
Alright,
It's fine. This
so
is important.
Connor was a dick to Evan.
hmm
Ended up committing suicide. We don't know. I never asked how, but that is not relevant. Again, get mental.
Get help if you need it.
Get your help. Get
The most genuine way possible, please.
right.
People would rather hear your story than read your obituary.
Honestly, that's probably one of the best statements for that. Anyway, after he committed suicide, they found a note that Evan had written for himself. He got sort of caught up in this lie. It kept on getting higher, and then eventually, it was building up inside. People were catching him left and right. I'm assuming he was having he couldn't sleep because people, were basically gonna get him caught. So he ended up revealing it to the family of the victim, the suicide victim. They were pissed. Oh, I missed the part. They started a foundation for him. I don't know if
Connor Project.
Yeah. I don't know if Evan had any real serious involvement in that at the beginning. Never asked, but I know he takes over in the end. Family's pissed. Girlfriend, I'm assuming, breaks up. At the end, the family forgives him. And he is starting to get better with the little bit of a positive note in the end. And I'm going to throw this on as a little bonus. His girlfriend takes him back.
Pretty much everything right except the girlfriend part.
Damn it.
Thank you, Ross.
How
You
about
did
you?
great.
You
Ross.
did well, Ross, for being on your own for the first time.
Yeah,
Hey,
you did great.
thank you.
Any closing thoughts, Eve?
I'm trying to think.
You can just say not really.
I don't think so. If I think of anything, I'll say it later.
All right, say the words.
And that's the segment.
I mean, I was gonna
Okay,
say, did you enjoy
Ross.
the musical?
Oh, 100% I enjoyed the musical. It's one of my favorites.
Okay, Ross. While you
Yes.
were busy playing the elaboration game, I pre-rolled the dice. You have a choice. You can take whatever I pre-rolled, or I will roll again.
I think that means he rolled you, Ross.
I'm keeping it.
Neo, you're up.
Son of a bitch! God damn it! God damn it!
It's not fun if
So-
it's you every time.
I know.
Right, so we tested this, by the way. We tested this before this recording came up. I'm sharing
No,
my
we didn't.
screen.
No, he didn't. He's lying.
We did.
He's
We
like-
did.
Well, I wasn't a part of it, and I'm part of everything.
No, you're not.
Exactly.
I am the almighty Ross.
All right. Yeah. Once
What
you
do
I'm
you
hit
curious,
screen-
if I press start slideshow, will you guys still see it? Just without this stuff on the side?
we
So far it's
should.
loading. Whoa.
There we go.
What is? Yeah, we see it. 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 We see it.
We can see it. It's
Okay, cool.
a
cool, cool,
little
cool.
pixelated, but it
So, quick question. Are the visuals super important to this?
Yes.
Okay, then I will have it pop up. I will have to. Fix
We
it.
can still I prefer we still have our faces though.
Yeah, I got you. I can arrange that. I can arrange that. It'll be a bit smaller,
No,
but
considering my camera's super laggy, can you just cover me up with it?
Oh yeah, wow, you're
Ah.
just frozen on the at least on the
Yeah,
Discord version.
Yeah, just cover me up with the screen. My face isn't too important, just you guys.
I got you. Give me.
But
why
we
isn't
need to
it
see your
doing
pearly
it?
whites.
Why aren't I getting anything?
Also, your
You
dentist
mean the
is watching.
lights behind me?
No, pearly whites. Have you ever heard of
Exactly, the
TV
lights
called that?
behind me.
No,
I
white.
know. I know
He's
what you're
joking.
talking
Whites,
about.
All
not
right,
lights.
all right. We got it. We got it. We got it, Neil. We got it.
it.
So what are you doing? What do you got for us?
All right, cool. Before I actually let you know on what the actual slideshow I have is about, I have some questions I want to answer real quick. The first one you can see right here. What is the main ingredient needed to make an apple pie?
Sure.
An apple?
That's right,
Wait,
it
you
is
think-
apples.
Oh, well, I mean,
There we go.
sugar's
Pretty-
in apples. I'm not wrong.
Pretty simple question. Okay. Honestly. Next question. What tool do we need to make a pie?
Oh, we have an issue.
Oh,
You said the visuals are important, Neo? There is
What's
a
going on?
severe delay on the Discord side of things.
Yeah.
How so?
We
Like,
just got
it
to what
only
tools do
just
we need.
got
We just
to.
got through. It just updated. We're good. We're just updated.
Yeah. well, I was gonna say, it skipped over the. I looked at my phone. I saw it went to like an image of a crate of apples, and it,
Mhm.
I don't believe that.
It never showed up on screen.
Oh, that might be an issue.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll
It's
see.
fine.
We'll see.
I saw it on
We'll
the
see.
Ninja.
Worst comes to worst,
will see.
Neo, I will have you send me the images and I'll deal with it.
Okay.
All right, ask your next question.
All right. What tool do we need to make a pie?
An oven.
Whatever.
I said tool, not appliance.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey,
I'd argue that an
we-
appliance is a tool, but
Yeah, I would argue that too. I would say it's whatever those specific bowl things that you actually put.
a
You put
pie
the stuff-
tin.
if an
you.
appliance isn't a tool, a bowl is definitely not a tool. Maybe a rolling pin.
Oh,
That's right.
maybe.
It's a rolling pin.
Oh, okay. Are we all working together this, or do we hate each other?
I don't know.
Is it coming up?
Yeah, well, not on Discord. Not on Discord.
Just being slow.
Just
I'm not even
send
seeing-
me. Yeah, just
Okay.
send me the images.
Damn it.
It just popped up on Ninja a little bit ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Just we can make do. Just send the images, Neil.
Also, Neil, are we
That's
working
gonna be
together, or are we
difficult because
hating each
all
other?
of
Do we despise each other?
Then send me the slide. If you cannot send me the images directly, send me the slideshow.
Okay. Yeah.
Just do the next question.
Let me send the.
Not
slideshow real
right
quick
now,
here.
please.
I know. Okay. So, all right. The next question: what basic rule in baking do you not break?
What basic rule in baking you do not break?
Yeah.
Bum, ba-da-bum, bum,
I
bum.
I should know this. My mom bakes all the time, and my boss literally bakes when I'm in the back.
So did,
Uh,
there's a lot.
You probably don't leave the
mix
oven
up-
alone.
Well, my boss.
That's
does
right.
all
It's the
time.
Geneva Convention.
What? What specific part of the Geneva Convention does this have to do with this?
This is a.
Welcome to the nonsense quiz.
I see.
Oh, you're.
That's as far as he got me when he showed me this.
Yeah, I showed Eve.
Oh. I was
Okay.
gonna say
That's
something
the
dumb. I was
So-
gonna say don't mix up salt and
All right.
sugar.
This is
Before we-
very dumb.
All right, Neo. Can
There
you
are
ex-
rules.
So there are rules. Okay.
I have. So how it works. I will be giving you a question that you will have to answer. However, it is how you answer that will be different.
Mhm.
Instead of answering normally, you have to give an answer that's both ridiculous but true at the same time. Some
Oh,
questions
This is
will
similar
just
to-
require you to be ridiculous.
gotcha.
So this is similar to remember when the world's stupidest
Everything-
quiz with like that cat with the
I
with
get
the
you.
black cat was a
I
big thing on the
get
internet for
you.
a minute.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. So
Yeah, and
Similar to that.
so we
Anyways,
have to give.
Yeah.
I
the
will also
goof-
be giving answers.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be giving my own answers. If any of yours match with my own, you'll get 3 points.
Oh,
Ooh.
so points
we-
are on the table.
points are
And
on the
points
table.
are given to the best answer.
Okay. I.
Obviously, I'll be judging the answers, and there will be 15 questions in total.
okay.
Oh, 15. That's
Also,
a lot.
I have this. Also, I have a small print in the corner over here. I am not liable for rules being broken for no reason. Anyways, let's continue.
All
First
right.
question.
Rules of logic.
Question 1. What historical event happened in Egypt to make it so well known?
What historical event happened in Egypt to make it?
Ah.
Egypt was created.
King Tut's existence.
Remember the rules.
It's got to be ridiculous
That
but
the
true.
It doesn't-
aliens built the pyramid.
Ridiculous but true, yeah.
So I'm gonna say.
Oh, ridiculous! Wait, hold on.
yeah,
Ridiculous but true.
Yeah. So I am gonna say
Oh, okay.
the fact that Egypt was ever settled, the fact that Egypt ever came to exist.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah.
All right. What about you, Eve?
I would say King Tut's existence. If you don't know who that is, look him up.
No, I know who it is. Ross.
Okay, I could be mistaking the people, but I believe it's Roman Caesar, or Roman Emperor Caesar, had relationships or had a relationship with Cleopatra.
Okay, before I give my answer, none of you matched mine.
I
Uh,
figured
okay.
that.
But I
Okay.
will give a point to Ross because that's the most
Yes. One of the most.
because I kind of like that answer honestly.
Okay. Enjoy your
I
point,
learned that
boss.
history.
Anyways, my answer was obviously the fight between Dio and Jotaro.
Oh, dang it! Seriously, Neo, you made a point that only I could get.
Sure did. There's a lot of questions where I made answers that anyone could get, except for
I-
this one. This one
I-
specifically.
Hey, it's a fun.
I
fact
will say,
that I
get off that
remember
screen
learning.
very quickly because that is like such a major spoiler.
I did.
It's just not
Anyways,
on our.
question 2: Why
Yeah.
did Moses part the Red Sea?
Why did who? What did what?
Moses part the Red Sea.
Oh.
I have an answer
Eve, go ahead.
to get to the other side.
Boo,
Here's my
boo.
issue, Ross. If Eve didn't say that,
You were going to.
that was gonna be my answer. So,
Oh, here's the thing. I know my answer. I know my answer.
here's my answer. Moses parted with the Red Sea because the Red Sea wouldn't let him go.
Let it go.
Alright,
That is such a like horrible joke
Okay,
that
so
you
here's
have to really overthink this.
Here's mine. The most ridiculous one, I believe. Yeah. So Moses parted the Red Sea, so one of his friends can start collecting cheese cells that would have collected on the bottom.
What?
For
Yeah.
context, it was in Family Guy.
Of course it was.
Ow.
You
Well,
don't
I can
get
tell you
points
right
for
now,
ripping
Eve's
off.
getting the point.
He
Uh,
doesn't get
Also,
point.
Eve's getting a point.
so
I
is Eve
can't-
just
I-
Eve is just the
Damn
best
it.
answer point, right?
Yeah.
Dang it. I
Damn
shouldn't
it.
have said go
I
ahead,
don't-
Eve.
I will be I will be real. I don't remember some of my answers for this one
Oh.
Well,
So what is
you
it?
put it
because I
on?
made this a while ago.
Gotcha, yeah.
He
You can
wanted
put
to
it on
make
the
sure
slide,
he
though.
made it to the latest Black Friday sale before the Eldritch being took over the world.
I see.
What?
What is that, Neo?
That's a reference to
That
that
would be the
stupid
monster.
Yeah, that was a reference to the play he talked
Remember
about.
that musical I made for the
Oh,
Black Friday?
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
That is like the monster toy version. Yeah. Anyways,
Oh wait, you actually.
question
I
3.
actually want to see it zoomed up. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh.
Question 3. What brand of cereal tends to get too much flack?
what the fuck is that? First of all, what's flag?
Flack
Hey.
is like hate, like
Hate.
too much
disgust.
blame, too much negative attention.
I will tell you this right now just to give you a chance. Look at how I spelled flack.
Yeah, I noticed how you spelt it, but that means nothing to me is my issue.
That's what I was gonna say. I saw
should.
that and I'm like, I couldn't tell.
I can tell you right now, it should.
Did I have
Here,
my
let
answer?
me rephrase it. Let me rephrase the question real quick. What brand of cereal tends to get too much flake?
Frosted
Okay.
Flakes.
Oh
That's
god.
my
You
answer.
can't do that. You can't do that. Cornflakes. It's not. Yeah. Doesn't.
I said this was the nonsense quiz.
Yeah,
It
no-
is.
Didn't
it
have
is.
to make sense.
Okay. I have mine.
Okay.
I don't know what the actual cereal's called,
Mm-hmm.
but the chocolate vampire cereal that
That's
Oh,
Count
Count
Chocula.
Chocula.
Count Chocula.
Count Chocula.
It gets too much flack because they agreed to show up in the movie Food Fight, the animated one.
No.
Can I change? No, I won't change. my
No
answer.
answer changing. Just let Neo reveal.
Neo, you forgot that showed
Did
up
you
in there, didn't you?
I didn't hear Eve's answer.
She
I
said.
said Frosted Flakes.
Oh, well, I'm giving this one to Please because I actually don't like cornflakes and I like both of the other cereals.
I don't
Wow.
like cereal.
So,
though.
Please, you're getting a point.
But your answer was.
Salmon Crunch.
I'm sorry. You what? What the
Wait,
fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh.
Anyways,
Oh.
question 4.
Ew.
Was someone in the room when it happened?
No, but I know that I personally wanted to be.
That's
God
such a
damn
good
it! You
answer.
stole
God
my
damn it.
answer.
That was such a good
As
answer.
a camel nerd, you stole my answer. You little
was-
shit.
That was such a good answer, though. Oh god,
You
how do I
stole
top
my
that?
answer.
Well, Eve, it's
Uh,
almost like you stole my answer earlier.
You know what? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but I'm the
Yep.
Hamel nerd here.
Guys. There was because I was looking through the people.
What?
That is that. He said, and I quote, "There was because I was looking through the peephole." They were
Like-
quotation marks. That's why I was putting them through.
I have my answer.
All right, Eve.
Yes, because I'm Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
I'm
I
looking
don't
at the ninja
remember
and Eve's
what I
above
had
me.
for this. Clearly, yes. Otherwise, why would we be singing about it? Right?
Boom,
so-
boom.
What happened?
Who's
So,
gonna-
technically, I'm not going to give 3 points out for this, but I will give a point for Eve and Ross for saying yes.
Oh,
Because technically, I said yes here too. I'm not giving you 3, just 1.
okay.
You gotta share those points, guys.
Uh,
I'll take a point.
what was
No, I'm gonna take-
your answer, please?
Mine? No, but I wanted to be.
Fair enough.
Deserves a
That was
point
a
for
good.
that.
That was a good answer. I think that was a good answer.
It was a good
Yeah,
answer. It
yeah,
was. That was
you
a
know
good
what? Yeah,
answer.
I'll give it.
For-
You know what?
for
I'll
your-
give you the point. Everyone gets a point this round.
We
Yay!
just divvied up the 3 points is all.
Yep.
Also, I hope you like my Hamilton reference.
Nice,
Yes,
nice,
as
nice.
I
a
did.
person who's always
I
loved
did.
this,
Uh,
yeah.
Question
That's one of the
5.
few
Who's
musical
your
stuff where I'm like,
favorite superhero in the DC universe?
My
Ooh,
favorite superhero in the
ooh.
DC universe.
None because it's no DC.
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I have an answer actually. I have an actual answer this time.
Sleeps, look at me.
I can explain it, and there is an explanation.
Look at me.
I have an
Look
answer
at
if you would like me to say it.
I'm looking at
Go
you,
ahead.
Ross.
Go ahead. Say your answers. Say your answers.
He-Man.
Okay, who's your favorite
Who?
superhero in the DC
He-Man.
universe?
He-Man. Okay.
He-Man.
Hmm.
Oh wait, I don't think he's a super villain, not superhero. Damn it. You know what? Fuck it, I'm doing it. Or actually, no, I'm gonna do a different. I'm gonna do a different one.
Mhm.
But yeah, Harley Quinn.
Interesting.
Even though she's definitely
not just
No, no,
Spider-Man.
no.
In the newer
Wait,
stuff,
Neo, you said what?
I said Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know it. You know it. So,
Really?
Marvel and DC have crossed over so much that there is a DC amalgam universe that has Spider-Man in it, and B, several offshoots of DC universe where just Spider-Man just exists.
Okay. By the way,
However,
my-
Plebes, you did get the 3 points,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
but I'm also giving Eve a favorite point.
I
because
will
those
state.
two still.
I will state, by the way, I did check. He-Man works. There was a He-Man DC comic.
By the way, my original
I
answer would
didn't
have been
even know
Kite
that.
Man, which I don't know if there's a comic thing for it, but
That would have got. Now here's the thing. That would have gotten a point.
That
he's not a
was-
superhero though. He's a super villain. And even then,
So
okay, I'll keep that in mind.
This is the point. This is the ridiculous or whatever it was. The nonsense quiz.
nonsense.
Nonsense quiz.
yeah.
Anyways,
gotta remember, I
question
gotta
6:
remember.
true or false?
Question is
Wait, no.
true or false?
Question mark because I think
oh,
you
it's
do
literally
that.
just true or false.
Question mark because I feel like that's something you would do.
I will take if Eve is taking the question mark, I'll take Rue. RUE.
Ross has so many questions.
I question what you did there, but I'm like, wait a minute.
So what's your
Are you
what's
gonna-
your answer, Ross? What's your answer?
Are you gonna take
know-
all?
This is my best. This is my best idea yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna take fall.
Oh,
Fall.
All right, we gave our
Smash.
answer.
So we removed the true or
Was your
true and
answer?
false
Your answer
to
was
true
smash.
and false.
Okay.
oh my God, Neo.
What? Wait, what was the answer?
Smash. Smash was the
Smash.
answer.
Oh, of course. I see that Markiplier.
All right.
I will give it to Rue. I'm giving it to Rue because that's
Yeah, that was
funny.
fucking funny, please.
Here's the thing, Neo. If you didn't give it to Rue, you'd rue the day.
I almost went just the letter R.
guys,
Ooh.
we discovered.
Oh, if you want the letter
Question
R.
7.
Oh, here we go.
We got discovered the war. The war, guys. The
Question 7.
war.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are shooting stars?
I really wish I had a wish right. Wait, no. How does the lyrics go?
We can't do that. We can't tell you that.
I know. I'm thinking.
I also don't know. So let's see.
Okay.
Uh,
I really wish I had a wish right now. Wish right now. Wish right now. There we go. That's my answer.
Ross, you got something?
So I'm gonna say yes, but only if Mordecai and Twilight existed in real life.
Okay. I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna say no. And the reason I'm saying no, the reason I am saying no, and the reason I am saying no is no.
I'm so glad you didn't say anything after that, please, because I did this.
You did the
What?
same thing.
What? Nah, god damn it!
It's another 9 points for me. Thank
You
you.
did at least know what I was
Great,
referencing.
great.
No.
I know, but I got 9 points.
Oh god. But also, I will give the favorite point to Ross for that one.
Yes.
Yeah, you get the point, Ross.
For context,
But
I
Bleeps
forget
gets
who
the
made
3.
it, but
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, someone.
Anyways,
Screw
question 8.
him, God.
So, this is question 8. This one's an actual, like, legitimate question. I don't
Oh.
have an answer for this.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
if you rubbed on a lamp and a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would you use them on? Answer how you like. I will not answer.
Okay.
Are we using all 3 of them? Or are we just going with like
He
we
said
each have
he
one
said
question?
answer how
All
you
3.
like, Ross. Answer how you like.
Oh God.
And remember what this quiz is.
the most
Yeah.
ridiculous. Well, actually,
I know
another
what I
quick
have to do.
clarifying question: are we going with the classic, Aladdin, genie rules here, like no wishing for love, etc.?
Answer how you like,
Mhm.
Ross. You don't get to clarify rules.
Okay. Okay. So I would be really wanting to mess up with the rules. So I would, instead of wishing for something immediately, I would write down a list of everything I want, anything that I desired, and then use one of my wishes to wish that everything on this list became true.
You stole my idea.
Well, I have an idea. I got. Here's the thing. I would wish to revive my dead sibling, wish to revive my dead friend, and wish for money.
That got dark.
Okay. Eve?
Wish to revive my dead friend. Because I also have dead friend. Wish to finally have love because love exists, and then wish for money because money.
I hope the
Now,
reference
I
I
will
was
say-
making didn't go over your head.
It did.
No, I'm talking to
It
Neil.
did.
I think it. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to reference.
It was a
there.
JoJo reference.
Oh fuck! I'm not a JoJo fan. Damn.
You
Anyways,
hit
I'm
me
giving
with one.
the point to Ross.
All right,
Yes.
Ross, enjoy your point.
Yes. I mean, there's
But
no rules.
this
Oh.
I will say this question did have something with it that I didn't really put in here, but this one was worth 3 points.
Oh,
Oh,
really? Oh, shit.
This was first. If anyone got any of my other questions linked up, it would give a different one if they answered this one the best a chance.
Oh, I see. I get you.
But yeah, no.
Alright.
I mean, unless there's something in Genie's logic like that would count as multiple wishes. Like, I mean, that
I
would work.
mean, you hit
I
the what
mean-
you hit.
Right.
All
Anyways,
right, carry on.
question 9. Fill in the blank.
Okay.
Meme.
Okay. Give me a second.
Oh.
I need to grab my pencil. That's my answer.
Okay. I am going to pull out my red Sharpie.
Then I'll say how about
Also, I'm surprised
What?
I didn't take the red Sharpie, please.
Why would I propagate that bit?
Because you voiced the character.
Eve, what was your answer?
how about no?
Oh no, that
You
might
shouldn't have
be
said
right.
that because,
Oh.
well, you see, I did actually use none of the Sharpies. I used the one
Wait,
filled
what?
in the blank.
I mean, I feel like we all. That was kind of what I was getting at. I just know how to answer that. I don't
Wait,
think
wait,
any of us could match that answer with our words, Neo.
Wait, what was the answer?
You could have said blue
Literally-
Sharpie. You could have gotten it.
He literally filled in.
He
The
filled in the
blank.
blank. He filled in
Oh.
the blank, which we couldn't do because it's our words.
I
What do
should
you?
have gone for blue.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
no, objection.
I will give this one to. I'll give this one to Ross.
Ross.
Mostly for the Ace
Let's
Attorney
just
bit.
do it.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Ross. Here's your point, Ross. And the next question, please.
This is fun.
Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Team or.
Oh dear God.
Oh, dang it, team.
Oh no, I know what this is referring to.
I know too.
Oh, you know what? I have options here. I have options here. I'm gonna go.
I will
Uh,
say I don't remember what I answered here.
I'm Team Cobb.
You stole part of what I was gonna do. I'm
God.
Team Ed. I have my answer though. Team Edja.
I'm sorry. What?
Team Edja.
Team Edja.
I'm Team Cobb. Eve's Team Edja. What team are you, Ross?
Bobby. um.
You're taking a bit.
You are.
Yeah, no,
This is the.
I'm trying to.
you
I'm
need.
trying to think of my
You need
answer.
an answer. Answer.
Okay,
Snap,
okay,
snap.
okay.
He doesn't want to receive hate from the Twilight fans.
You know
Too
what?
late.
Fuck it. Neither. It's a horrible story and has a bunch of problems that I'm not gonna dive into because it has a lot of problems.
Not
not
wrong.
No, I chose Vishoja.
You chose
Anyways,
what?
You chose what?
I'm
Vishoja.
still looking.
Veep
Ow.
Soja. Of course.
That is so bright.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
sure is. Anyways,
Who got the point?
I'm giving that one to Eve.
Okay. Yeah, no. I've never seen Twilight, but I've heard some of the stuff that goes on in it, and
It's problematic.
It is very problematic.
Ask the next question, Neil.
Anyways, question 11. Which president is the most powerful?
Which president is
Oh,
the
am
most powerful?
Am I allowed to look up a name just to double check how it's spelled?
Well,
Or,
here's the
like, how to
you
say it?
can do that, Ross. But while you're doing that, I'm going to give Neil my answer.
Well, I was
the-
asking Neo because he's the judge, and he's not gonna tell me.
Yeah.
What's the
Okay.
answer, please?
yes, the most powerful president is president of the class president. I've seen anime.
Okay.
Okay. Ross?
Okay. President Armstrong from the Metal Gear Solid games. We're standing here. When
He's
I'm
not
drunk.
really from the Metal Gear Solid games, Ross. He is
Or
from
Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah,
Metal
he's
Gear
from
Rising.
a very much a Metal
Metal
Gear
Gear Rising.
spin-off.
Metal
Anyways,
Gear Rising.
Eve-
My
Yes.
bad. Either
Eve,
way.
what's your answer, Eve? The most powerful president.
None of them because they're all equally powerful, I guess, is my answer.
You've not met Armstrong.
Nanomachines,
Okay,
son.
I will.
Mhm.
I will give this one to Ross,
Yes.
and I will also go through this. Just do this answer real quickly because I think I remember when I answered this. Yep. Anyways.
Would you...
Oh,
Oh,
That was-
the one JoJo reference I couldn't possibly get on account of me only be watching the anime.
Okay.
Yep. Anyways, choose a god.
Okay. I got my answer. I know my
This
answer.
this one you don't have to go ridiculous.
All right. Give me a second, Neo. Here, okay. Thor. Nope. Let's try Zeus. Nope. Okay, let's try. Ooh, you know what? Let's try Maui. Nope. Okay. Sorry,
What
one
are you
of them.
doing?
Whichever one is willing to help me is the one I pick.
Okay.
I'm going for Divine Intervention here. Let's try. So close. We're gonna try. Nope. Fine. Nope. Wait. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, so I am picking Zagreus from the Hades game.
Can you send me like a detail about them, real quick? Actually, you know what? You know everything about it. We'll do that when it comes to it. E for Ross.
Eve, I want
I
you to
have
go
a-
first.
I have a question before I answer. Are goddesses included or only gods?
It doesn't have to be just gods; it can be goddesses too.
Yeah.
Okay, then Persephone.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to pray.
I will
in front of the
say,
art.
there's an absolute theme Ross could hit on right now.
I'm gonna need to pray in front of the art stand to our Lord and Savior Bob Ross.
That is a good answer. That is a really good answer. I was going for
That is a
I
good
was going
answer.
for
That's a
an
good
elaborate
answer.
D&D Hades joke.
But there's a problem with that answer, Ross. Because
What?
it's
What's
a
wrong?
death battle.
Then,
Oh no!
well,
Oh, you know-
congratulations, Eve, on your win.
You know what?
Here's the
You know
issue.
what?
Here's the issue. There is no universe where Zagreus kills Persephone, because Persephone is Zagreus' mother and his entire motivation.
So here's the thing. Lord and Savior Bob Ross came to this fight, realized what he was up against, and realized, oh, this is fine. This is just a happy little accident.
Here's the thing. Here, I am sorry to tell you this right now.
I know,
Zagreus
I
will
know.
destroy Bob Ross, but he wouldn't destroy Persephone.
And Persephone
Mhm.
would destroy Bob Ross.
Damn it! I didn't think it was a death battle. Come on, you gotta give me credit
Yeah,
for saying Bob
no,
Ross.
you didn't
Come on.
expect it. Also, Eve, you're getting 3 points for this one.
Yeah, no.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I guess if here's the ironic thing, by the way. If Ross had actually gone with the theme and picked Hades,
Oh, I would have won.
no, you would have
You
lost.
would have won it.
Zagreus kills Hades all the time. It's like the main thing
Yep.
Zagreus does.
Oh, does he?
Yes. Like that's the end boss of every run of Hades. Is Hades.
Oh, do you remember another one? Another funny one? Hades, specifically from the Disney movie.
Zagreus can definitely kill Disney Hades.
Yeah.
But come on, it's the funniness.
It is. It
Anyways,
is funny.
I mean,
Eve's
I
got the
lost
3
either way.
points.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave
Now
you. For
question
oh wait,
13.
no, it was. You said it was 3 points. My bad. I only gave her 1. Oops.
Yeah, 3 points.
Oh no! Oh
how many
no!
hate
You've tied with
crimes-
me.
Wait, what do you mean?
How
Eve's
many
tied
hate
with me?
crimes
What?
does it take to change a light bulb?
Eve was at 4. How'd you get
5,
9?
6, 7. Oh no! I did it right before. That's my bad. I'm an idiot. All right.
Yeah, I was
how
like,
many
what?
hate crimes does it take to change a light bulb?
All of them.
Oh no.
Okay, Eve's answer is all of them. My answer is 1, specifically against light bulbs.
Damn it, that's so good.
You got this, Ross.
You know what?
Ross.
None, because all it takes to screw in a light bulb is the power of love.
That is a good answer.
Plebes is getting a point.
Thank
Damn it.
you.
Damn it! I tried. Please, this one was really
I don't
good.
even remember what I answered for
Then
this one.
what did you answer? Tell us now.
Answer censored by answer censored by the FBI.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That is good.
All right, next. Question 14.
Smiley
Oh my-
face.
Oh my god.
I counteract your smiley face with a brownie phrase.
A frowny face. So Eve says she counteracts her smile face with a frowny face. But you know what?
Frowny-
I have the
Brownie
ultimate.
face that's crying. It's
I ha-
specifically.
I have
Wait.
the ultimate counter to your smiley face, Neo. the backspace.
Oh my god, that's also really
And
good.
it's just eyeballs.
Mm,
So here's the thing.
I can press it twice, Eve.
Sure.
I mean, for those that don't know,
Mhm.
you're never fully dressed without a smile.
You have
Can I
our
guys see the
answers,
text on
Neil.
that? Can I guess see the text on that?
No,
you know what?
no, we can't.
I'm giving
Oh,
it to Ross.
It says that.
I'm
It
giving
says
it to
that.
Ross.
Yes.
Here you go, Ross. Enjoy your points.
Was it because I brought a random T-shirt?
A little bit.
Yes. I mean, I literally. What's funny is I wore that yesterday.
Good for ye. All right.
Also,
Yes.
Here.
here's Johnny.
Johnny, that was your answer. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I know I won now. Yeah,
All
because
right.
that's Syracuse.
What's next?
Anyways, last question.
Oh, last
question.
what's the
Who won in points?
Who won in points? Well,
Oh,
well,
We all
I would say
Oh,
the
one
person
big
who
happy
won in points was Phoenix Wright.
know what? I'm gonna bounce off of that. It was Miles Edgeworth.
you know what? I'm gonna bounce off both of those. It's my boy Larry Butts. He got all the points. He got all the points, Larry Butts.
All of you get a point.
We all get a point. Oh, was
Yeah,
it?
you want to know why?
Because
Why?
it
You
takes
want
it.
to know why?
Why?
No one. We all lose. That's the end of my segment.
Oh,
You. Well, I guess technically I won, but yeah, we end the segment. Woo!
that was Neil. I enjoyed that. That was
That was good.
That was
refreshing.
good. That was good. Did you think of those
That was
yourself?
refreshing.
I made those myself. I made
Awesome.
them myself.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So please,
I'll send you the
between you and me,
slideshow as well.
the ultimate death battle between you and me.
Ross. I'm gonna take my segment now.
Damn it.
Because, guys, I have been back on Reddit. I know. What am I doing? What am I doing back on Reddit, right?
That's always a dangerous place to be, plebes.
And I have some more Reddit updates, best of Reddit update stories that I decided I wanted to share with you. So the last one we did, if you guys remember,
if I remember correctly, the last one had some pretty nice updates. Actually, we had a cat being found at home,
Correct. I'm
or was
trying
it
to-
Neo?
That
no,
was
the cat thing was. I'm trying to find. I
was you,
so
okay.
many.
I
I found so many now.
mean, they're good story. I mean, you can find a lot of good stories on Reddit. We don't know if they're all true sometimes, but you know what I mean.
yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find the. Oh, I.
Also, I never noticed until just now, but you guys, with my beard, you guys can't like tell that I have like a microphone like right here.
Here we go. Okay, our first story. Neighbor offloading cash onto me. Is this illegal? Posted to r/legal advice originally. This was posted on. This is just the same. Predict what the update is. Guess what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
This was posted originally on January 17th, 2018.
Okay, so before COVID, 2018 stuff.
How about I just read the post?
I can't remember what happened in 2018.
Well, I'll tell you something that happened in 2018. Ready?
This
Hi,
one?
all. So first off, throwaway, just a little background information. I'm not sure what is relevant and what isn't, so I'm just sharing anything that could be. I'm 17 as of last week. I live in Massachusetts, and I'm first generation, living with my father who legally immigrated from Taiwan over 25 years ago. Financially, we're solid, though we live frugally, and well, our home is pretty small. We live in a pretty good neighborhood. Actually, we're the most expensive home in a great neighborhood. No, we're the most inexpensive home in a great neighborhood. Our neighbors on one side seem like nice people, but we have virtually no relationship with them outside of a friendly smile or wave when we see them. They're a young couple with 2 kids. Until last week, when the neighbor father showed up with $40,000 USD in cash, saying it was a birthday present for me, since I'd be looking at university soon and he wanted to see if he could help me out. There was a birthday balloon on my mailbox put up, partially as a joke by a friend of mine. I didn't realize broadcasting this information could have such repercussions. This surprisingly light donation, it was 4 10K stacks all neat with notation ribbons around them, was in a manila envelope. He told me not to worry about the tax on it, as it was covered on his end. I started to thank you and took it. I didn't realize at the time how much it was. I had peeked inside as it wasn't closed, but I had assumed it was stacks of 20 or something, or would be a few $1,000s, until I took it out and triple checked. My father is as weirded out as I am, but he's not really the sort to show much emotion. He basically told me it was my money, not his, and he hoped I'd use it well. My father further told me not to worry about if there was something illegal going on, that we would be protected from it, and that the person who makes the gift files the gift tax returns. So that's probably what the neighbor meant when he gave me the gift. In the last week, my neighbor has left another 2 envelopes, each with the same amount of money. Even weirder, these were just left on the porch, no knocking, no note. This is a clear sign to me something fishy is going on, but my father isn't bothered by any of this. I'm not sure what the next step is for me. Can I just accept this and deposit into a bank? I deposited the first envelope. I haven't touched the latter two. Do I need to be doing something different with taxes? Or alert my father as he does my taxes for me? If this is illegal, what is the likely illegal activity going on? Thanks for all your help. End of post.
Okay. Well, first off,
This,
that sounds
how much?
very sketchy.
How much?
Yeah, there's
was,
something going on here.
How much
did
what?
it say how much? How much money was being given?
Yes, it did. So, the first envelope contained $40,000. And
Jesus.
this is in USD for the record. So, the currency you all know and love as it was back in 2018.
Right. And
So this is 40,000 USD, and that was given 4 times. No, wait, sorry, 2. That was given 3 times.
okay,
Jesus.
something.
If
First
you are
off,
curious,
40,000? I don't believe that for a second.
120K.
Yeah, no. I don't believe it.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Cat.
If my
Nice.
neighbor, if I were to have a neighbor that's graduating
Yeah.
and they're trying to save up for college, I might be willing to hey, I hope college goes well. Here's my pitch in and give. I don't know. It depends on how close I am to my neighbor. What it sounds like for this story,
Mhm.
if I was like this type of relationship where it's like, oh, we just say hi or wave,
Yeah.
I would give probably $500. I know
Okay.
it's not a lot for college because college is very expensive, but we don't know each other well.
That's like assuming they get a bunch of scholarships and stuff too.
Right.
You have any immediate thoughts about this? What's going to happen next?
Something illegal's going on with that neighbor, I feel like.
Uh,
Other than the giving tens of thousands of dollars to his child neighbor.
all right. Let's see what happens.
Oh, you know what it could be?
I
Oh,
haven't.
oh.
I haven't said anything
Yeah,
yet.
we
Yeah,
haven't
good
said
point.
anything
All
about
right, good
what's
point. Yeah,
going
what's
on.
happening next, boss? Come on.
Okay, I don't know if Neo and I are getting the similar thoughts. Something illegal to the point where I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark and say he's committing tax fraud, and an agency is starting to look closer in on him, to where
Okay.
he's trying to get rid of the extra money just so he doesn't get caught.
That's kind
Here's
of
the
the
thing.
type of crime I'm leaning towards too. That or
I'm-
he's trying to get her to keep her mouth shut about it if she at all knows about it.
Mine is slightly different,
Okay.
But we
but
have
it's
similar
kind of
answers.
around the same situation.
All
But
right.
I think instead of trying to get rid of it, I think he's trying to pin the whole thing onto them.
Okay.
Oh, like that fam. Oh, that also
Shall
could be
we press play and continue the story?
Yeah.
yes.
All right.
Either
We got
way, this sounds illegal.
some comments before we get to anything else.
Okay.
Our first comment is from Commander Cyclops. I'd
What
be
is-
worried if he starts asking you for favors like delivering a package, giving you a ride to a specific area, and waiting for him outside, things like that. I can't help but feel he's going to want something in return someday. Our next comment is from Help an Irishman. For 120k, I'd give him a ride to the moon. Our
What?
next comment is
I-
from Ding Batman. The cynic in me wonders if he is preparing for a big fuck you to his wife in an upcoming divorce.
Oh,
Where is she?
oh, that.
Another thing it
Oh,
could
that. It honestly, that. Ooh,
Where
that
is
could be smart. Actually.
Our next
Ooh.
comment is from Random Brain. Out of curiosity,
Where's Rachel?
how would this help in a divorce? I'm imagining the lawyer going over bank statements. The guy says, "See, I don't have anything." And the wife's lawyer says, "What about the 120k in cash that you presumably have lying around your house? Now look at these withdrawals from last month." Or do they just look at current account value and nothing more? 12 minus 34 says, if husband has the kind of random gift money available, this would be a divorce with a fair amount of discovery. If the huge
Honestly-
sums are withdrawals from a known account, that's a good marital waste argument in a divorce in my state.
Hold on, I just thought of something bad. I just
Uh-oh,
thought of something
yeah,
worse
yeah,
that
yeah.
could have happened. What if that guy caught feelings?
Ooh.
A
Winning
part
on
of me thought, here's the thing. A part of me thought that too for a little bit, but the thing that's pushed me away, and I hope it's not that situation, but also
uh-huh.
it sounds like the relationship between the neighbor and this family, they basically don't barely know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah.
sounds like from what she described that, like, it's just giving them a smile, a little wave.
The thing
Now that's still on the table.
yeah,
And this
the
would be a
thing
little
with
bit
me
of
though is
grooming,
that
but
oof.
yeah, which that's
the,
a
the
whole.
thing with me though is that you never. Here's the type of mindset that I think of. If you meet someone once, you can smile and wave at them at any point in your life. That doesn't mean you know the person. You never
All
know
right.
what
Oh
that
yeah,
kind
no,
of person is going to be.
Shall we go deeper in?
yeah. Let's go
Yes.
deeper. Let's go deeper into this
Winning
rabbit
on
hole.
that issue would mean that the husband is deemed to have essentially received 120k pre-distribution on the property award. Thus, he loses any benefit from spitefully hiding the money, as now out 60k of his own money, assuming a half-half split of the marital assets. If he got the money in cash, kept it off the books and out of accounts, and wife never knew of its existence, there's nothing to bring up unless OP tells wife. Anyone saying there aren't consequences to husband being found to give massive money away has probably never practiced family law. Deleted says, the recipient of a gift doesn't pay taxes. The giver does, above a certain amount. So as long as it is truly a gift, you're fine. It could be a wealthy person who wants to help his neighbor, or it could be a foreign intelligence officer who wants to develop you as an asset, or anything in between. Personally, as long as it's clearly a gift, not a loan, and you're not doing anything illegal, I don't see why you can't accept it. The next name is I'm just gonna say Obi-Wan Kenobi, just not quite that, and a lot more inappropriate.
Okay.
Honestly, this all seems really odd, really odd and suspicious. I wouldn't spend any of it. Sounds like he's planning on screwing over the wife in a divorce, or this is an elaborate scam. People in this country don't just give 40 grand to a neighbor they hardly speak to. A gift of that size, let alone multiple gifts, even if this was a family member or longtime family friend, I'd think the same. Well, I don't think you've done anything illegal. I would definitely go speak to a lawyer and see what their opinion on the matter is. I expect sometime down the road he'll be divorcing his wife and asking good old friendly neighbor boy for 80 grand out of the 40 grand back because he really needs it. But you can keep the 40 grand for being such a good kid and hiding assets from his wife, and may even threaten you with it. The whole thing stinks. All right.
Suddenly, General
See,
Grievous
I'm
comes in.
more leaning towards the comments, honestly.
All right.
I'm leaning more to this being a divorce.
Let's update you. It is now
let's
January
actually
30th, 2018.
Okay.
Wait, were we already?
That's what's originally posted.
Yeah, wait.
It was January 17th.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, so it's been like a
for some reason,
couple weeks.
for some reason I
Maybe.
thought you said November. for some reason.
I thought he did
Nope.
too.
It's
First
been
off,
about 2 weeks.
yeah. First off, a
Okay,
huge
cool.
thanks to those who responded with suggestions and advice on how to move forward. Earlier tonight, my father and I visited our neighbor to ask about what was going on. My father, who originally wanted no part in this, had a change of heart when I let him know I had received 120k total. Where his cutoff point between ignoring 40k USD and getting excited about 120k USD, I'm not sure. I was expecting to see the man who gave me the money. Instead, it was just his wife, who, as it turns out, has been living here without him for a month and had no idea about his generous donations. She was pretty shocked and angry, though not at me, and she was very apologetic I was involved in this at all. For those who suggested this was an attempt to hide assets in preparation for a nasty divorce, it would seem you're right. I haven't heard
Okay.
his side of the story yet, and even if I did, it would just be his story. I'm not going to just hand off the envelope to her or back to him without proper notarization to avoid any trouble down the line. After some discussion, we agreed on a mutually acceptable solution. I'll keep 60k USD, and 60k USD will return to the couple. Her, him, I don't really care as long as it's all notarized and witnessed. I'm sure some people will tell me that since the money was given to me, I could tell the wife to pound sand and return nothing. That may be true, but the whole exchange leaves me feeling a little icky about keeping it. I only had it as a fuck you to this woman anyway. This seems like a mutually acceptable solution where I get the huge donation towards my tuition and don't feel like I lost money. End of post.
So
Okay.
after the comments were like really heavy on this being like a divorce, honestly the comments convinced me like this is a
It's
divorce.
almost like there's a
Yeah.
reason the editors picked those comments.
Okay.
I will say, before we get to the next story, I have to run to the washroom again. And let me read my
Come
next
again.
story. So, the next story. This is from r/ask baking and r/old recipes.
Does it happen to have the Geneva Convention?
We'll see. 60
You're so lucky I didn't have
a
water.
60-plus-year-old fudge pie recipe doesn't work anymore. Can anyone think of why?
Wait,
Hmm.
60-year-old fudge recipe doesn't work?
Fudge pie recipe doesn't work anymore.
That's interesting. Okay.
This was
Okay.
originally posted November 14th, 2024.
Oh, this is a very
Okay,
recent.
so last month.
Ooh.
All right, I haven't read the post yet. Let me read the post.
Oh, that's
Then
just the
you
title.
guess
Okay.
what happens next, right? This recipe has been a staple at Thanksgiving for at least 60 years. My mom grew up making it. I grew up making it. My grandma taught us the recipe. The recipe is very much a grandma recipe. Fudge pie, half a stick of butter, 2 eggs, half a cup of evaporated milk, 1/2 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, vanilla stir ingredients. Do not beat. Bake at 350 for 30 minutes. The way we used to make it was to stir everything together, then cut the butter into small bits and sprinkle on top. It would bake and be a delicious pie that was like a custard texture that tasted like a brownie with a crunchy top. The amount of vanilla is
Good.
1 capful. Then, probably about 15 to 20 years ago, it took the pie 5 minutes to break right. About 10 years ago, we can't get to set. We used to be able to cut into it while it was still warm, and it was set. If we try that now, it's chocolate soup. Delicious, but completely soup. The top looks like it should, but it's not set. Even if we let it cool, it doesn't set. We can leave it in the oven until the crust is black, and it is still soup. The method
There's
has
got to be something.
The method hasn't changed, so that makes me think that something about the ingredients has changed. I know eggs have gotten larger. I have tried 1 egg. I have tried medium eggs. It still doesn't work. The closest I can get is with medium eggs. But the pie has to be refrigerated before it will set. Now, I can't even find medium eggs in the stores anymore. The pie never needed to be cooled to set until relatively recently. I have tried cold butter, soft butter, melted butter. It will not set. We always use the same brand of cocoa, vanilla, and evaporated milk that my grandma told us to use. We would make this pie. With her so we know she wasn't pulling any shenanigans like giving us a bad recipe. My grandma died around the time the pie completely stopped working, so my mom and I can't ask her what's going on. We really want our fudge pie back on the table for Thanksgiving. Can anyone figure out why this recipe no longer works when it was such a good recipe before? We don't want another chocolate lava pie. Though, at least this failure is delicious. We just want our fudge pie back. End of original post.
There weren't any thickeners in there, were there, other than the cocoa?
I only can tell you what I read in the post.
What were the ingredients again, please?
What's up?
I was gonna say, yeah, double check the list because we're using milk vapors.
All right, so it's
Evaporated milk.
half a stick of butter, 2 eggs, half a cup of evaporated milk,
Oh, evaporated. Still.
1/2 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, vanilla stir ingredients. Do not beat. Bake at 350 for 30 minutes. Those are the ingredients.
Yeah, I feel like the problem here is that they don't have enough dry ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what the fuck? I've never heard of evaporated milk. What is
All
this?
right.
Really?
My
Well,
parents
you
use
don't
it as
bake, so
coffee
that makes
creamer.
sense.
My parents use it as coffee creamer.
Ugh.
Okay.
Interesting. I've never seen this before. I just look up what they are.
All right.
Interesting.
All right.
It's
All
It's
right.
mostly used in baking.
The more.
But yeah, no,
And
I think
coffee
my
sometimes.
answer for this is just that they mostly just need more dry ingredients.
They have to be putting too little cocoa or something in it.
Yeah,
There
I
has
feel
to be
like,
something
feel
wrong with
like
how they're doing the measurements.
Yeah, I think somewhere in the measurements something isn't clicking.
There has to be something dry that's
Also,
right.
there was
Mhm.
an interesting jump between cooking it for 30 minutes and then all the way up to 45 minutes.
The
that's-
45 was because it wouldn't set.
Right, which but can someone clarify for me and probably some of the people in the audience what does it mean for something
It just means
like a
it's
pie
not
to set?
cooling right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
you're putting it aside. Eventually, it is supposed to in a relatively quick time, so you can eat it, cool it to a state where it can be eaten.
Okay.
It's not doing that right.
It's becoming soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
It's
trying to
becoming a lava cake just without the top of it.
Shall I unveil this mystery?
Sure.
Sure.
And also, I mean,
So
Okay.
the first thing I got for you guys is an edit. This edit
Okay.
is a picture of the recipe.
Okay.
Okay.
okay, actually, I'm going to take a guess.
Mhm.
Once we see the image, we're going to realize that one of the ingredients, like something either misprinted or like one of the ingredients in here is wrong.
It's just the recipe. I will say,
Okay.
Ross, I think
Okay.
you'll appreciate the writer of the French coconut pie recipe on there on the same page.
Oh, I read the French coconut. I was reading the French coconut pie recipe. Wait.
There's gotta be something they're missing.
Hold on.
What?
Please, can you read the cursive that's right next to it?
The cursive. No, I cannot.
I know what it says.
Oh, really?
I know what it says.
What does it say? What does it say?
I always double this to make 2 pies.
Ah.
Oh,
there's
I bet you they're doubling it and only making 1 pie.
Anyways, I will state. I will let you guys know right now because we're about to get the rest of the post. The answer is not the pie recipe.
Okay.
But let me tell you what the answer is.
Okay.
So this is, by the way, there's proof that there's no flour / starch in the recipe and that Grandma wasn't hiding the flour. That's what this is for.
Right.
We have on November 15th, 2024, a final edit. I have made 6 pies in the past 24 hours. All but 2 were soup. The last 2, the very last 2, were a success. As I was staring into the oven on the last pie, I realized what was going on. I saw the bastard that has ruined so many pies. In my grandma's oven, the rack was in the middle. There were only 3 slots to place the rack in her
Oh,
oven. I have 5. The antique oven in the house I used to
yeah.
live in had 3. The 1970s oven that baked the
Okay.
pie correctly had 3. As I stared with sheer contempt at the massive size of the modern oven compared to the hot box dinosaurs that used to bake this pie perfectly, I realized the smaller ovens, the middle rack setting was closer to the heating element, with an element that wasn't under a sheet of metal but on display proudly mere inch away from the rack. I cursed my bastard oven and all the other ovens that failed me. How dare they be so large? My grandma's oven could barely fit a turkey on the bottom rack. My grandma's oven was as old as I was when she taught me to make this stupid pie. All the other ovens I used that this recipe worked were older than I was. The ovens my mom used that make this recipe correctly were older than me, and failed in newer, larger ovens. It wasn't setting because of mixing method, ingredients, or crust, or pie, or pan. It wasn't close enough to the fucking heating element. We got a couple comments.
I need to hear the comment.
I do want to bring up, yeah, that the heating part of an oven very important. For example, I've made bacon.
So we
And
have. Fair enough. Sorry,
like,
apologies.
yeah, I've made like bacon on like the metal racks before, and there are some trays that would get a lot crispier faster than
Mhm.
others, and it's that right there. We have one of those ones where it's like,
Alright.
I think at most it can hold like 7 theoretically,
Alright.
but
I'm
fine.
going to continue the story.
Yeah,
So we have a bit of a
sorry.
chain from Wilted Yellow Sun. I would like to try making the pie. Dumb question. Does this have a crust or is it just the ingredients shown? Has a crust. You can make it from scratch or use frozen. If using frozen, let it thaw a bit. Not frozen, but still cold. I prefer Mary Calendar's crust. It's as close as you can get to scratch from a frozen crust. If you don't let it thaw, you will have a soggy bottom, possibly raw bottom. I made the recipe as you said. Absolutely delicious, but mine did not set very well and was definitely not custard-like texture. I think I didn't mix it well enough. It should look like this. We have a picture of.
Also, the way you said Marie Callender's name hurt my brain, please.
So we
Almost.
have a picture of what it's supposed to look like, right?
Translation, we got a picture of the pie.
I'm curious
Mm.
because honestly,
I want to
this
see it. 'cause it
sounds good. I
sounds
would
good.
love to try a fudge pie.
It does sound good.
Where
Maybe
As
I'll
a
snag this
chocolate
recipe.
lover, I'm gonna make
Maybe I'll
it.
snag this recipe for my mom.
Honestly, that French coconut pie looks good too.
What's in the
Yeah, it does.
let's see if this
this.
posts.
Okay.
I don't know. Did it post? It posted? Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
posted.
Okay.
Honestly, not bad.
It literally looks like a brownie in a pie crust.
It does.
Like a super gooey
Or
brownie in a
actually-
pie crust.
Actually, no. It looks more. I think it looks more like a chocolate pie with crumbles on top.
All right, carrying on.
Or that, yeah.
Whisk sugar and cocoa until no lumps. Stir remaining ingredients with a wooden spoon until blended. Adjust oven rack to second lowest position. Bake 30 to 45 minutes at 350 or until top is puffed up. And set her as right trigger. Let cool before slicing. I'll be making another one soon to nail down the bake time. When not Matsuri, so in European, 57 grams of butter, 126 grams of evaporated milk, 300 grams of sugar, bacon, 180 degrees Celsius, saving. Don't forget to adjust the oven rack also. So all the ones are about are like good, but I confirm you need 100 grams. So, what do you guys think of this story?
It was very sweet.
A nice, light-hearted story about pie.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I love
great?
pie.
Classic
And I
story.
definitely am not using this as some kind of palate cleanser before I read you something horrible. Then let's see what the next story is.
Oh.
Thankfully, there wasn't any Geneva Conventions in this one.
All right. Okay, so OP is male 31. Their father is male 67. My father is now on his deathbed. He verbally, mentally abused me when I was younger, and now wants to see me. I have no desire to see this man, but my mother and sisters are giving me hell over it. and my wife thinks I should at least go once. What do I do?
This
That's the
sounds
title.
very.
That's the
Please-
title.
Please, when was this posted?
When was this posted?
Yeah, when was this posted?
July 7th, 2015.
Okay, 9 years ago.
Here's the
Almost
thing.
10.
Oh, what?
Here's something interesting about this. I think I know this story
Oh. Oh, well then.
because back in the day, especially during COVID,
hmm
I watched a YouTuber named r slash.
And they covered this one?
I
No.
believe they covered this story.
Okay, well, I guess.
So I gotta sit out.
Is it same for you, Neo?
No,
Okay.
it's not.
All
I don't
right.
think I saw it. Which Reddit is it from?
This is from r slash. R slash relationships.
Okay, I haven't seen this one then.
All right. All right. I will say this one's a little on the long side, so bear with me.
I already have some thought for Ken.
Oh yeah, this one's actually really long. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to read the comments this time.
Okay.
There are
Yeah.
comments attached. I'm not going to read them.
Yeah, I remember this one being
I
long.
have 3 sisters that I love, and a mother I adore. Not always though. I hated them when I was younger because, well, my father would yell at me or belittle me for everything possible. They were the apple of his eyes. I did my best at school and karate. Nothing impressed him. Not when I earned a full scholarship to a prestigious university. Not when I was the valedictorian of my year group. Not even at 26 when I managed to start my own small company that has grown considerably since. No matter what I did, I was made to feel worthless, less than a person, good for nothing, useless, a failure. I have lingering issues about it to this day. When I was younger, all I wanted just once was my father to say, "I'm proud of you." Nothing even close. He doted on my sisters and my mother, though, and I'm not proud to say I hated them for it as much as I hated him. How dare they get away so lightly? How dare they get his smiles, laughter, and kind words when all I had to get was cruelty? It took me a long time to finally begin a relationship with my sisters or mom that wasn't the jealous, angry son. Today, we are all very close. I love them to death and would do anything for them. Some time ago, my father was diagnosed with cancer. He's had other issues as well, suffered through 2 heart attacks and a stroke, and it seems as if his body can't carry on anymore. He's dying, and I don't care. I don't have it in me to care, and if he died, I could live the rest of my life having never seen him before he passed, or knowing that I won't attend his funeral. He wasn't present at my wedding either. I did not invite him, which was very noticeable to many of my family members, but I didn't care. I found a woman who loved me and that I loved, and I wanted to share that day with the other important people in my life that I love or strongly like. My uncle was always sympathetic to my case as growing up. My father, his older brother, was an asshole to him, and he understood why I wouldn't want my father there, even when other family members thought I should still invited him. Here's the thing: he wants to see me. He probably has only a few months left and now wishes to see me. My wife, mother, and sisters all want me to pay a visit to him. Well, my wife thinks I should go just once. She isn't pressuring me. She knows my age with him and says if I decide not to go, that's it. Then. My mother and sisters, however, do think I should go, and have all spoken to me several times in the past month about this. The only person who's laid off bugging me about this is my older sister. I'm the second child. She's 34. And she was the one who saw my father be a dick to me from as far back as she or I can remember. My 2 other sisters are several years younger, 26 and 25. We met recently to talk about it. My older sister and I are for the first time in years. I broke down crying. I literally just let her, although I can't do it. I tried to put everything in the past, but I can't. I hate that man and what he did to me mentally. I can't forgive him. And she says she understands. She says she'd speak to my mother and sisters. However, my mother and sisters tend to be very pushy. Anyway, do you all think I should go at least once?
I think he will. I think
I
he's
think he
gonna go
will.
at least.
I think he'll go once, but I have a feeling he's gonna end up regretting it.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I feel like it's going to like fix some issues, or he's gonna find out why his father has been like that the entire time.
All right, shall we go deeper? So,
Yep.
like I said, I'm gonna skip a bunch of comments just so that we can get through the story a little faster and get to
Right.
Ross's segment. Because I
this is a
know
long
we are
By the
going
way.
late tonight, which I figure might happen.
Which, by the way, he is last again.
So ready?
I've given
So, this is July 28th. This is 3 weeks later. So, I went to see my dad, and it basically went like shit. I caved. I fucking caved and decided, fuck it. I'll see what he wants. Maybe this is something worth hearing. I visited the hospital by myself. No wife, no mom, no sisters. Just him and I. He looked old and tired, and just as I predicted, I didn't find the Emmy to be angry. This wasn't the man I remembered. This was just some old, broken man. It would have been a waste of my time to feel angry, and yet I did. I was so pissed off because I couldn't stand across from eye to eye and let him see that the son he treated like dog shit had built a wonderful life for himself. We didn't say anything to each other for around an hour. Then eventually I found my voice and said, "You know this is the last time we'll ever see each other, right?" No response. Then he replied, "I know." So I asked him, why now? Why did he want to see me so badly that he had to send a message through my mother for me? And here is where I learned that my existence was fuck all to him. He admitted that he did it just to give my mom closure. She didn't ask him to do it, but he knew she wanted it. So I asked him why he treated me the way he did my whole life, and he replied, "I never wanted a son, never had any interest in one." It fucking hurt. But I kept listening, and he kept speaking. He said that in the first few years of my life, he tried his best to care about me, but eventually he realized he couldn't. Then came the final nail in the coffin of my relationship with that man. "I never loved you, but I didn't hate you either. I just didn't care for you because I never wanted a son. I wanted to give you up for adoption when you were younger, but your mother would never have forgiven me, so I did my best to push you aside, and you would always try and get my approval for stuff. I felt bad at times, but I just didn't care for you. But that time I was crying. Me, a 31-year-old man, left my dying father in the hospital room and went to my car crying. I could have gone my whole life not knowing that. My mom, my sisters, my wife, my dad. I'm just so pissed right now. There was part of me that hoped that we bury the hatchet. Nope. I just learned he never. I will never speak of my father again. I will not attend his funeral or visit his grave. When he dies, I'll be at the bar drinking because the fucker is gone from this world. And I will do everything I can to be the father he never was." Final edit from OP, July 29th, 2015. I just want to say thanks to everyone for your kind words, both in comments and personal messages. They really helped a lot, particularly while I was hungover this morning and laying in bed thinking about life. Also, the strangers who gave me gold, thank you. Never had that before. It was quite unexpected. I've got a ways to go still. I feel like yesterday I opened up wounds I didn't even realize I had. I didn't even realize it never really healed. And I'll be talking to my wife about it, and most likely a professional as well. I won't cut my mom or sisters out. I'm not angry at them. Their experiences with my father were different from my own, and I do not fault them for that. However, right now, the best thing for me is just not to be around them as much, so I don't think they'll be seeing such things for some time. Once again, I sincerely thank everybody. It was your comments and private messages that made me realize, yeah, it hurts like shit. But I can't let him have any more power over me. I'm in the prime of my life, and I've built a nice life for myself. I don't need a dying man's approval for anymore because I've done the best I could for so long without it. Anyway, so here's hoping things will get better soon. End of post.
Damn.
Well,
I
was
have some thoughts. First off, I want to be honest about something. This is a story I personally doubt. Mainly because the subtext and ramifications, if true, are god-awful, creepy, and horrible. I want you to think for a second about this. Why did this man never want a son, but wanted daughters?
to be a creep.
Oh. Mm. Mm.
It's not stated in the post, but
Right.
it is the only answer I can genuinely get.
I never have ever understood gender disappointment.
It's stupid. It's stupid. Again, I'm going to
It's
be
very
honest. I genuinely doubt this story.
I sometimes get it if like you've had a million of one gender and have been trying to have one of the other.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Oh,
My
that's funny.
mom, dad, all boys. They don't care.
I'm the only girl. My parents don't care either.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
I
Anyways,
I am one of 2 sons that my dad had, and there were I want to say 8 sisters.
to keep
Oh,
things moving a little bit, and so we can do like just a bit of Ross's segment, whatever that is. And I hope it is a lot lighter than that whole thing.
and lighter than mine because mine was pretty dark too.
This might be
And
more.
I don't think you could be as light as mine.
Yeah,
Definitely
no,
not.
nothing can beat your light.
This might be one of our
Alright.
darkest episodes.
All right, what do you got for us, Ross?
Well, please, you forgot to say something.
I said end of segment.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Good
End of
night.
segment.
There you go. Well, first off, as is tradition, I got the new lovely soda.
You
I'm
did.
gonna just show it off real quick,
Mhm.
and also I'm gonna put a cap on this wall.
I will say, by the way, I have thought of my next segment next week. I'm actually gonna do something D&D related.
Ooh.
It's time to
okay.
finally give us a D&D segment.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Alright.
probably continue the tier list next week and then do another elaborations.
Well,
That
I'll
are
keep in mind, but for right now, we got my segment right,
Right,
now,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
this includes me drinking
Mhm.
carrot. It's not
Carrot cake soda.
I
carrot cake.
forgot how aggressively orange
That
that is.
sounds
Very
awful,
orange.
by the way, Ross. Just for the record, it sounds awful.
I think it should be fine. Here's the thing. For context, I like carrot cake.
I don't
So-
like carrot cake, but even so, just because I like to eat something don't mean I want to drink it. You know what I like? You know what I
Right.
like? You know what I love? I like sausages. You know what I don't want to drink?
Sausages. Same.
I
I love
also want to say before we continue, Ross, you took a solid minute to open that bottle.
Yeah, I don't bother with the sound anymore because it's always disappointing.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't hear it that time.
I mean that's because I didn't bring the mic closer. I like bringing the mic closer to like these drinks to get a good audio thing. Also it does smell. It smell-wise smells accurate. And before I drink it, our lovely topic, because I've in other my videos,
Mhm.
have been thinking about doing an idea because I recently found out about basically businesses. The basic general concept is businesses that made a decision that got either so much backlash or something went wrong to where they really quickly went back. 2 examples, which I don't know if this list would include, is the Ubisoft situation.
Oh
Where-
yeah.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Well,
Yeah, there's a lot with
well,
Ubisoft.
He's going to.
I was about to. The Ubisoft situation that happened, I think was it a year ago? Or was it 2 years? Basically, any project that would have been made on Ubisoft,
Mhm.
after a certain number of downloads, not purchases.
Oh,
Download.
Ross, you're saying Ubisoft, you mean Unity.
Oh, Unity.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
Unity.
Unity, not Ubisoft.
It's Unity.
Sorry, I got those confused. Unity. Basically was going to start charging the developers of games like Call of the Lamb, like
Phasmophobia.
Why don't you talk
Phasmophobia.
about the one that we're all associated with? We run tournaments of it every other week.
Oh,
Oh,
Among Us. I
Among
forgot
Us,
about
Among Us.
Unity.
Yeah, I forgot that was Unity too, I'll be honest.
Is
So
Pummel Party Unity? I actually don't know. It might be Unreal. I think it's
I don't
Unreal.
know.
I think it's Unreal. I think that one's Unreal.
Yeah, it's Unreal.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but basically they were going to start charging the developers
Mm-hmm.
per downloaded copy of each game. But at the time, it also included when people pirated the game,
Yep.
and a person could download, undownload, and then download the game over and over again.
You know what?
Which-
I just realized, by the way, that decision would have actually screwed us personally over pretty badly. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because give it a thought for a second. If Among Us was forced to switch engines, which is what they would have happened,
Oh, they would have to. 100%.
that would mean basically rewriting the entire game from scratch for the code to work completely differently. If
That's
they
why.
rewrote the entire game for a scratch, none of the mods would work anymore.
Oh yeah, no, that would. But yeah, which that I can still have not found the statement because I know Glowstick Studio, who made Dark Deception, made a statement they were switching engines
A bunch.
because a bunch, which they went back on this thankfully.
Yeah.
But dear God, that they did not go back on that for a minute.
It was a
and that
while.
was-
It was a while of what the hell is going to happen.
Wow.
yeah, what the hell is gonna happen in this space?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thankfully they went back on that.
Mhm.
I don't know how much people trust the developed games as much, but
Unity aren't game developers.
well, no, the program, like developers using their program to create.
I
games.
honestly, here's what I suspect. I suspect a lot less folks are using Unity. Like, a
Oh,
lot less
Mhm.
folks are jumping onto
Probably.
Unity. I think old games will still keep it since they went back. But I think a lot less of new people are going to jump onto Unity because it's dangerous.
Right, like that's
All
very
right.
scary.
So that's
but
your first example.
another one that I found out recently
Mhm.
was, and this happened recently, is earlier this year.
Right.
Wendy's had one where
Right.
apparently they were going to make it to where the prices the price changes
Mhm.
for items depending on the time of day and like how busy they are, similar to how Uber works and whatnot.
Which I
And-
still think is dumb.
So I
Which-
assume
yeah,
the idea
and-
is the idea that the busier it is, the cheaper it is.
Other way around.
The
Other
other way
way-
around. All the way around.
That's a horrible idea.
Yeah,
But do you know what that's going to do, by the way? The busy times are going to constantly shift.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, it would, but also
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, this got shut down really quick. And good thing too, because the original podcast that I listened to whenever I found out this information,
Mm-hmm.
they made some really good points. That if we did not shut this down immediately,
Mm-hmm.
other businesses would do the same thing.
Mhm.
100%. Yes.
So McDonald's, Burger King,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
insert fast food place here.
But here's the thing.
McDonald's,
I'm
Arby's,
actually going to say something that you
Subway.
might not understand. I think that if Wendy's had genuinely gone through with that and other places started following suit, it would have hurt them more than helped them. Genuine
Oh
honest
yeah,
statement.
no, that's one of the main reasons of why they went back on their decision.
I mean, just again, thinking
Like-
about it for a second. First off, the price model they were suggesting is backwards. You should be charging less when you're more busy.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you should. The profit
Right.
margin's higher, and also, anyways, yeah, that's just yeah.
But yeah, no, that got me on this rabbit hole of businesses that basically did something that had
Mhm.
basically a big backlash. And I found this
Alright.
website. I'm not gonna show it on screen.
But what do you got? What's the website called?
It is AOL.
Oh wow.
And this article was written
Fine.
August 27th, 2024. So
Okay, fairly
relatively
recently,
recently. And it is called 38 times companies faced such backlash from customers, it became historic. Which I'm not gonna go through all 38.
How
Because,
many
this one
are you
episode-
doing?
Maybe do half.
Considering
let's see where we're at
considering
with
what time.
10.
Go 10? We'll go 10.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's go with 10.
let's go.
I was
let-
about to say 10.
10. All right.
But yeah, no. I'm gonna continue this because this is actually interesting. Like some of these. I've not read this.
I
article
will
yet.
say, if the Unity one comes up, because it might, you can skip it.
Right. I'm gonna do the same if it's Wednesday.
Or the
I
Wendy's one.
don't think the Wendy one's coming up because that one literally happened after this article was written.
No,
yeah.
no. When I meant early 2024, I think it
Oh.
happened like I learned the podcast
Okay.
episode where I heard it from
Yeah.
came out in March.
Okay, never
So-
mind, never
There's a
mind.
pretty good chance the Wendy's one might
All
be
right,
here.
carry on. Read the first one.
Oh, this one's already. Oh,
What do you
wow.
got for me, Ross?
Number 1. Papa John's complaining that he would have to add 10 cents to the price of a pizza if he were forced to provide health care to his full-time employees.
Yeah, I heard about this one.
I did not.
You know what?
What?
It helps me. It helped me. I feel good that my least favorite pizza is helmed by an asshole.
Well, I
Right?
think that's good news looking on.
I never went
but
to
there's more
Papa
to this.
John's anyways.
People were disgusted. Sales tanked, stocks tanked.
Mhm.
This was one of the series, or this was one. This was only one of the series of boneheaded, tone-deaf, racist, and arrogant statements by the CEO. The guy just couldn't shut up.
I'm
John
not surprised.
Schulter
Seems to always be the case.
was removed as CEO.
Yes, I did know about this.
And
Yeah,
many customers
one.
never returned. And
Mhm.
yeah, that already that's a oh.
I will
That's a
say
hefty
it is
one.
hilarious to remove someone because of controversy, but keep the restaurant named after them.
Right?
But still, Papa John's is awful. It's my
Wait,
least favorite pizza.
We have to keep in mind, it doesn't say when exactly this happened.
I
so-
know this happened about mid 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I
maybe
have
it's
heard of
time
this
to
one.
change the branding, but
Yeah, no,
who
no,
knows? Maybe they keep it the same. I don't know.
I mean, it's
I don't know
brand
how the whole thing
recognizability. It's
works.
a thing. Next
Right,
one.
it's a whole thing. Next one. Cadbury, or yeah, which I don't know what this is.
They're chocolate eggs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're those little
Cadbury.
chocolate eggs that have like toys in them.
Oh,
No, that's no, that's
Kinder.
Kinder.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
Kinder.
Cadbury's like the little chocolate eggs you see at Easter,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little chocolate eggs that don't have toys in them.
and they are so good.
Cadbury announced that they were going to change their formula into palm oil in their chocolate manufacturing process. And there was a huge uproar. Lots of people boycotted them or threatened to boycott if palm oil was used, as it is incredibly environmentally damaging. Cadbury
Oh,
walked back shortly after and never mentioned switching the formula again. I was wondering why
yeah.
there was an uproar and changing the recipe.
Yeah, my
Now
issue
I
was
get it.
like okay, what's palm oil? Why do we care? Okay, I get it.
It's from palm trees.
Yeah.
Right, which that makes more sense.
All right. Next entry.
Adidas, I think. It's
Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah, that's Adidas.
Adidas burned up like $1 million worth of products because Key West doesn't like Jews.
Oh,
my god.
Oh.
Oh.
Also, I guess more reason to hate Kanye West.
No, that wasn't Kanye West.
Wait,
that
what was
was
it?
Key West.
Was it? I thought you said K
here's
West.
the
What
name.
was it?
Here's the
Spell it.
name. I could be mispronouncing it. Here's the name.
That's Kanye West.
Oh, it is Kanye West. Okay.
You know, the
I'm bad
extremely
with names.
controversial rapper.
Key West.
Key West.
How did you? Okay, well I'm glad. You know what? Points to me, huh?
I knew it was either Key West or Kanye West, but I don't know why it would be Key West because that's down in Florida, like just off the coast.
So yeah. So I guess another reason to hate Kanye West.
Yep.
Carry on. Read it.
Please. It's ironic that your next segment is on D&D.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is this?
it's
I
this
know.
one.
I know this one. I know this one.
Well,
I might know this one too.
I'm not sure what this one is because I haven't read it
I
yet. But
don't.
let's see. I think I know what it is because immediately
I mean,
I said
come on.
that because
We
that-
talked about it.
Dungeons and Dragons
Ha-
is owned by Wizards of the Coast, which is owned by Hasbro. I'm not sure if it was directly Wizards of the Coast or if it was Hasbro. Excuse me. But they wanted to
How
change
about
to
instead
make
of spoiling it, Ross, read it?
no. That's
Oh,
what the article is literally
oh,
saying.
it is. Oh, it is. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's actually saying. I could copy and paste.
Okay,
it if you
keep
want.
going then.
Change the licensing for D&D. This was going to fuck over thousands of streamers, podcasts, and types of small communities and startups that were doing things related to Dungeons and Dragons. The backlash from the community was huge. People canceled their D&D Beyond subscriptions on a large scale. This part's in parentheses. One of the few ways they were making money in parentheses. Many popular D&D products and streams openly denounced the idea and started to talk about using D&D's biggest competitor instead, Pathfinder. They eventually made a half-assed statement that did not help, and a couple weeks later did a complete backtrack and apology.
So,
This was also
Mhm.
maybe a year ago, if not more recent, which
all
this
right.
is not the other controversy, but another controversy happened, which actually happened also a year ago, which is funny.
There was a lot of D&D controversies a year ago.
I
with
mean, I think
Watsy.
the big one that we can think of as a group, because I know we talked about it, was the massive firing that happened.
wasn't the big one, Ross. They just read the big one.
Oh, you were referring to this one?
Yes, this is what I was talking about.
Oh,
This was the big one. So I can
okay.
talk about this because I, believe it or not, in surprise, followed it. So with D&D, the rights in D&D were under a Creative Commons. No, it wasn't yet. It wasn't now, but it was under something called the OGL, where it's basically like the Open Game License, meaning with what is in the core rules of the game, anyone can do anything with.
Right.
It's why anyone can make any third-party content like a barbarian subclass, but you can't make an artificer subclass.
Right. It's that whole divide.
However, WotC tried to take it back. No one liked that.
I was gonna say
And so they've now turned things around, and to this day, they kind of embrace third-party content.
Oh, they definitely have a
Yeah,
D&D.
they've done a lot of third party recently.
But you know what? I can respect the about face. It was good on them.
I respect it.
But yeah, that was a big controversy. Even
How ironic that you mentioned D&D as a segment, and
I mean, fair. Of
comes
course, it
up.
was a big thing. It was a big thing. All
Okay,
right,
no.
next entry, because I can see that Neo's starting to fall asleep.
We got Apple.
What number are we at, by the way?
Number 5.
Okay, 5. We're halfway there. Halfway there, Neo. We almost there.
Apple slowing down iPhone 7s so people would buy the iPhone 10. They said
Yeah, I
it
know.
They've
was
been
to
doing that
protect
for a long
people's
time.
batteries from failing prematurely or some nonsense. Another example of a company that's trying to protect you and save you money. They didn't really, quote, take it back, but everyone kind of knew what was happening, and a lot of people lost trust in Apple.
You know what's funny?
What?
This happened to me.
I mean, yeah, it happens
Really?
to me all the time.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
they like I said, they didn't take it back. They still do it. They will. They gimp.
Yeah, they
They
still do
gimp.
it.
They gimp older. They gimped older
Okay.
phones so that you will upgrade,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
it is god awful. Trust me. And yeah, and trust me,
Yeah.
it doesn't protect the battery. I know. My Apple batteries still are like shit by the time I trade in
Oh,
my
hey,
phone.
what do you know? My phone needs to update.
Oh,
Anyways, let's get
trying
to the
to
next.
shut you down, Neo.
Let's get to the
Anyway.
next entry.
Number 6. This is very short and sweet.
Oh, good.
The internet bullied Paramount into fixing Sonic for the
Right,
movies.
right.
Yeah, I remember that.
I want to go on a bit of a tangent for that. Ross, stop laughing.
Sorry.
Because I'm going to note we were the bad guys in this one.
Yeah.
Because do you know what we did? We forced crunch, which is the most despicable act any industry can do. And we forced them to do it.
What does that mean exactly?
So
It means that we forced, because they had to basically in like a 2 weeks time redo every single animation with Sonic in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
the
forced
crunch
them to
time.
basically like work overtime with underpaid and underhealth and just no.
everything wrong
Probably
with the movie.
understaffed.
The movie,
Yeah.
Probably
while the look was fine, I think the movie could have worked with the old look. I think we would have gotten used to it. I
Also,
think we messed up in this one.
Yeah. Also, I will say I did have an idea of another situation that happened like this year, where it like severely damaged the company's reputation.
Shoot it,
But
shoot
I
it.
will say
Oh,
that
save it.
because
No,
I-
Honestly,
no.
if you
I
think
want-
you
I-
Let him speak.
I want to wait for the rest that comes up because
Oh.
it's a possibility.
Okay, as it comes
Oh,
up, that's
it's
fair.
an
That's
ongoing
fair.
story.
In that case, write it down just so you remember, because keep in mind
We'll-
we're
I
only
still-
going through 10.
Oh,
Well,
I got it.
yeah.
Stuck
And
in
I
here.
plan to bring this
All
back.
right.
another-
All right, let's go. Keep going.
Anyway. Number 7.
Mhm.
I remember when Bank of America wanted to roll out a $5 charge for using a debit card. People got pissed, like really pissed, and were leaving the bank to the point where they were like, never mind.
That was a stupid idea.
Oh, yeah, that's
A $5 when using a debit. Ooh, ow.
yeah,
Hmm.
no, that
With credit cards, it makes sense because a lot of places charge for credit cards, but debit cards?
yes, specifically debit cards.
All right, let's move on to the next story.
Yep. Oh, this one works for you because this takes place in Canada.
Okay. I'll tell you if I know it.
In Canada, the grocery market is pretty much completely owned by 4 companies, which means they try to get away with a lot of bullshit. Since there's virtually no competition, one of them,
Loblaws. My dad
Loblaws.
worked for them for a bit.
Thank you.
And I've worked for them for a bit, actually.
Had
A week and a half, in fact.
had a long-standing practice of putting 50% off stickers on items that were about to expire or produce that was beaten up.
I've heard of this.
Recently, they decided that they were going to drop this 50% off to 30%. I didn't think they even announced anything. I'm pretty sure, or I'm pretty sure word got out when employees received the new 30% off stickers. The backlash in Canada was absolutely enormous. Loblaws is widely disliked right now for using the lack of competition to gouge grocery prices. And
Why don't we just largely dislike them because they fired me?
Yeah.
And this was just another infuriating, greedy move from them. In light of the backlash, the company reversed course and kept the 50% off. Also, is that true?
we still
Where,
hate
like the grocery stores like in
I've
Canada are mainly, like,
never.
companies?
Pretty much every single one here is Loblaws. Every
Okay.
single one. So that should tell you all you need to know.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
We got 2 more.
All right, what do you got?
Oh, wait a minute.
What is it?
If you don't know how to say it, type it.
No, I'm pre-reading.
Oh, are you worried?
Yeah, I gotta skip this one. This is the Unity one.
Oh, it's the Unity one. All right, skip
We
it. Skip
got,
it.
we
skip
got
it.
the Unity one.
I knew it was gonna be in there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
such a
it's
big
definitely gonna be
deal.
up there.
Like that in the gaming industry, that was just a massive deal.
It would have
Mhm.
not even just the gaming industry. It's not just the gaming industry that uses Unity.
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah.
But yes, it was a big deal specifically in the gaming. Let's continue. Carry on. Next story. Next story.
Number 10. We're actually gonna stop at 11.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Number 10. The pastry tax.
What?
In the UK, the government tried to introduce higher taxes on hot food from bakeries, like sausage rolls, corn-ish pastries, etc.
Corned
Yeah.
pastries.
Yeah.
And the country basically rioted until the government U-turned.
For the
There-
record, when they say historical, they mean historical. We are, I believe, pre 1900s.
Oh, you think it's that? Maybe. Unless there was one recent.
I mean, I know this story, Ross.
There were protests outside Downing Street and smear campaigns against food companies seen to be compliant. It was a wild time, but quite a proud moment for the country when it was reversed. Imagine what we could see if we cared this much about other issues.
All right, I believe so. I will double check this. You know what? Here, I'll double check it now.
Yeah, double
Uh,
check. Like, let's see if we got something.
What was
that's,
it called in the article? UK
The pastry
Uh,
tax.
Yeah, the pastry tax.
pastry tax.
Let's see if this. Maybe there was.
Okay, no,
Lord
it was
knows
it
what-
was in 2012. I'm an
Oh, that's
idiot.
fair.
Yeah.
I would say that's fairly recent.
Nope, nope. I was thinking something else. Next story.
Yeah.
We're just gonna move past my embarrassment there.
And then the last one, we got Apple again.
Okay.
In 2014,
Okay, mine
Apple
was not on the list.
Apple automatically added U2's new songs of Innocence album to the libraries of every iTunes customer for free. More than 500 million customers. If you had a auto downloaded enabled on iTunes, the album was automatically downloaded to your device. People hated this. As a result, Apple created a web page dedicated to deleting the album from people's accounts.
What a weird thing to hate.
Why would they randomly just? Because it sounds like from what
I
this
can
is,
get it.
sounds like
It's
just outright random.
It's a waste of space.
Right, it's a waste of space, but also it's just out of the blue. Like they could have just
All right.
offered it in the store for free. That's what businesses do now. Like,
All right, Ross.
that's the end of this for now. I'm actually gonna bookmark it
But
so I can.
there
save
was
it for another
still
time.
something I wanted to mention.
Yeah,
What's up,
I
Neo?
was gonna say, Nia.
Because
do you got?
remember, I had an idea. Like I remembered something that had happened this year
Okay.
that definitely tanked a company severely badly.
All right,
Right, and
shoot,
I wanna-
shoot.
I want to
So
say this real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Basically, this is meant to be like a free conversation. Unlike some of these companies offer. But if you guys can think of other business controversies,
I mean,
I would love to hear it.
the
Like,
big one
it's-
I would say was on the list. So,
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
what do
Anyway,
you got, Neo? Finish your sentence.
Mine's a bit of a difference.
Okay.
Because I know during the nonsense quiz I just suddenly pulled up V Shoujo out of
You
nowhere.
did, yes.
But I am definitely like more in paying attention to the VTubing scene and
Makes
all that
sense.
sort of
Makes
stuff.
sense.
One certain company that specifically like deals with VTubing,
Yes.
streaming, and all that is a company called Niji Sanji that is
Okay.
owned by
I know of
Anycom.
that company.
All right.
And in February
Yep.
they terminated one of their streamers
Oh.
for something dumb.
What was it?
And
How
they
dumb are you
didn't even
talking? How
confirm.
dumb are you talking?
Dumb as in they didn't talk to the streamer before terminating them.
Okay.
Oh, that's not right.
And what was it?
This was an out of nowhere termination.
All right, and then
Message me which streamer it was, Nia.
let's before we get to
I'll
that,
just
let's
say what it is. The streamer was called Selen Tatsuki.
okay.
Oh, I know who that was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And to say their stocks went low as fuck.
Understatement.
Take a look at this little
Oh, you got an image for
thing
this?
I have here. Yeah, that
Okay.
is their stocks.
Wow.
Yeah,
Up to date.
those for those because I'm not putting the image in this podcast. It's not this one. Sorry,
Of
not
course.
this
Right.
light. That
right.
is going low. That goes to 3,000 yen, which is low, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just over
And-
3,000.
What is that?
That's
in
And
USD
for
again?
those who
I'm
want,
not doing the conversion.
for those
I
who
think that's
want,
like $30 USD.
Let
for
Neo
those-
finish, people.
for those who don't know like stock percentages or anything like that, I'll just say what the percentage has dropped to, and it has dropped almost to 20%.
Wow.
It has
Oh.
dropped 20%.
And they haven't. I assume they haven't like went back on it yet, right?
Nope. They
Uh,
they didn't want to go back.
All
They
right.
kept going.
With
I
that
will say this.
in mind, I
Well, actually,
think
you know,
I am going to make a call as show's producer, and I apologize, as I feel like this is a situation where more information is coming out, unless I'm mistaken.
No, it's over at this
Let
point.
me repeat. Sorry. When I say more information, I'm saying we don't have all the information, correct?
No, we have pretty much every bit of information.
So we know why they were fired?
Yes, and it was dumb.
Then can you give the reason?
right. That's what I was about to ask.
I gotta find the reason because I know they sent out a thing because of it.
Because for all I know,
Yeah.
this could have been a situation where Twitch had removed someone. I'm not gonna name who, but we know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Alright. What do you got?
It says right here. Niji Sanji terminated Selen Tatsuki's contract due to repeated breaches of company guidelines and misleading statements on social platforms. According to their official announcement, with Selen herself claiming the termination stemmed from experiencing bullying and a toxic work environment within the company that led to her hospitalization. This sparked significant controversy among fans due to the perceived mishandling of the situation by Niji Sanji management, which also, by the way, by hospitalization, it means, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No. Nope.
I think let's end the segment here.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the end of my segment. That was. Yeah, I would consider that.
All right.
That I feel like that fits the category.
All right, Ross, quickly give the opinion of the soda. We got to get wrapping up here. We went too late.
Yeah, I'm tired.
The soda was fine. I mean, nothing too crazy.
All
I'd give
right.
it a. Honestly, probably a. Actually, no, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I think the taste doesn't quite hit carrot cake.
Okay. With that in
There's
mind,
remnants of it.
thank you guys for watching. I've been Pleeps. That's been Ross. That's been Eve. That's been Neo. This has been a dark episode. Hopefully it'll be a little lighter next time. And that's right, I do have a D&D segment. We'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody. Woo!